Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Miggity mic check.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's like every time we're here, only 2 mics work. Like
No,
all the time.
No. They're both.
But like, there's always one mic which is shit.
No, all the mics are fine actually.
Sticker full of shit. Every time we come in here, he's like, "Yo, that is
Yeah, because
and
like,
sometimes it's like, if it's not this one, then it's this one. It's like, so like, what are you talking about?
yeah, nah, I am trash. Sometimes.
He's Trash King. He's the emperor of Trashland.
Y'all ready to talk some shit?
No,
Really?
nah, I'm here to do some like responsible
Bullshit.
dissemination
Wrong podcast
of information.
You came to the wrong place.
I'm already regretting this decision.
See, you could have been home.
I
You
could have been
know,
home,
just
man.
chilling.
I could have been home. I could have been doing this with my girlfriend.
All right, so Raw Conversations with Chromes and Fanatic featuring Krytic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Why are you pissed,
What
bro?
do you mean?
Have you seen that artwork?
Yo, that's you, bro.
That
Let me
ain't
take
me,
a look at
man.
that shit
ain't
again.
me.
Man.
I looked at that. I was like, what is this guy?
So you both agree that Wapi got me right.
Wappy got you right. I mean, you know, slouching,
I think a kid,
lazy.
I think a kid with crayons can get you right.
Yeah, but Krytic is just wilding out, man.
Wildin', fam.
And Fanatic is supposed to be the cool.
But word for the beard though. They got the beard. The beard good. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have exaggerated.
Nah, man. This is actually a smaller representation of the length of my beard. Yeah.
But like, it's kind of weird. It's like, what do I have on my head?
That's your head
Yeah.
sock. or
That's
some
the head
shit.
sock, fam.
Yeah.
That's the
Which head sock?
Head sock.
The one that Caesar Cognac got from you.
Caesar
The one you're trying to get back.
Caesar Cognac still jacking head socks?
He jacked 2 of mine.
Just be jacking.
And then he bumped into Small Tash and he was like, "Oh, tell Fanatic I'll give him back."
Yeah, we met him recently and he said that.
Yeah, he was
"Oh, bro, your head suck."
Is it fun?
like, what are you hiding in your head?
Is it okay on this podcast to make fun of the concept of Caesar Cognac bumping into Small Tash? Is that
Okay, let's go. Okay, all right.
Let's start.
Twitter's gonna get you the fuck out of here.
Man, Twitter know where I live at. They can link me. All you Twitter niggas there, you can link me anytime. I got your numbers, fam. You don't scare me. I was alive in the time of crisis. You don't scare me. Little retweets. Get out of here.
Crisis was the big dog with the big
With
dog.
a big dog. And he had a big dog.
Crisis was the big dog with the big dog.
I don't know if it's like a quick enough time, like we can talk about a funny story about Crisis's dog.
Sure.
let's
Fam,
talk
about it.
I went to his house. We're recording some stuff. This must be 2008. Chameleon was like huge.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Lisp and everything. And so he would let you in his yard and leave you in the car, and then let the dog loose.
Wow.
Yeah, like I don't know why he did that.
Like I'm trying to ask, like, why?
I was like, yo, man, get your dog, right?
Yeah.
And so Chameleon comes out the car, and it gave him what we call a nut tap. You know when the dog come to sniff you?
Yeah.
But the dog was so huge. So
Yeah.
it sniffed him in the groin area. So like Chameleon was like, cry thief. Cry thief, get your dog, cry thief. Cry thief, get your dog, man.
Chameleon's gonna snuff you for that.
Man, you don't want none of that smoky.
Anyway, how was your week, guys, man? What did you guys get up to this week?
Oh,
Man, it's been a slow week for me, man. It's been a slow week. Just looking for content, basically. Looking around for content or waiting for content to happen, you know what I mean? Didn't even take long. And
That's what
boom,
sucks about
Monday.
Yeah,
Like, what the-
Monday we were hit with something.
Yeah.
Tuesday there was something else.
It was crazy, man.
Every day, man. Like
today, this morning, you know what I mean? I woke up and I'm trying to put together what I'm going to talk about, and I'm looking at Twitter and I'm like, the jet?
oh, there's a jet.
There's a jet?
There's a jet.
There's a jet? There's a jet? Ah, man, I thought that was a clothing store.
Oh, you thought wrong.
Oh, player.
There's a jet.
Hey, fam, it just
jet.
goes to show. You can make it from you can really make it from the bottom, fam.
Yeah,
You know what I
absolutely.
mean? Yeah, that's the lesson I'm choosing
That-
to take.
that-
Because the other lesson's painful.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I'm taking...
choosing the
Yeah,
positives.
I'm gonna take the
out of
positive.
this.
I'm like, I can do it too. You know what I mean? That's me, fam.
Yeah.
A jet now, fam?
There you go.
Come
In this time
Yeah,
where
man.
we
If
have
you got jet money in 2018, hey, fam,
bruh.
shout out to your hustle. man. Hey, bro.
What kind of money
I'm
are you
with
getting?
that. I'm with that. I'm with that. That's hey, man, do your thing.
So a jet, basically the president
Yeah.
or the government. Let's not just say president.
Yeah, the government.
The government, you know, they've ordered a. What
You
are
know
they
what's
calling
cra-
it? A Ferrari in the sky.
You know what's crazy about this? About this entire thing is one, the timing.
Yeah.
The timing is crazy, mad wrong. It's crazy, man. This is not the time. Like our sister died, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people are still grieving and whatever. And this is not the time for us to see that kind of information on social media.
Yeah.
Because that's, I mean, like if we look out for this country and we're saying we're trying to keep the peace or whatever, what really is going on, you know? Because at this time when you know people are angry, you saw those Unza kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You saw
Yeah,
them.
they came out in numbers, man. Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to
out
them,
to
man.
them,
That,
yeah.
that you know, like seeing the images from that give me chills.
Chills.
No, for real though.
Like I was like, what?
That was beautiful.
All you could see was a sea of black.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
And it was done in a peaceful manner.
Yeah.
I commend them for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Because that's the trick. That's the trick that the authority always gets you with. Like you were doing something wrong, and that's why, you know what I mean.
That's why we stepped in.
And this is a call to the youth as well, man. Don't put yourself in a position to get caught for silly things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like really do weigh what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, I know, like, because of our generation, we love to make a statement.
Yeah.
So we're out there with our things, man. Like we dab, fam. You know what I mean?
Straight up,
That ain't
yeah.
easy. That guy had to think hard about that dance, you know.
Yeah.
So like, don't put yourself in that situation because you are the value of this nation. You know what I mean? This can change. We've already call a spade a spade. I'm even surprised I'm talking about this because I don't count myself as like a political head or whatever, you know. I don't represent any party. I don't look at any party like that. I've been looking at Elias recently.
I was about to say, Elias about
man.
to feel a type of way.
But see, that's no. See, that's even no. I told him like when I, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not my place. It really isn't. One, because I don't think I have enough information to even debate anything. So all my decisions are being made purely on humane reasons. You know. So when
But you need to do your research.
yeah, man, like look,
You know,
fam,
the information is out there.
the equivalent of that is me becoming very good at brain surgery, so that you know what I mean, so I can better know. Not everybody can do everything, man. I'm a rapper, fam. You know what I mean? I'm a rapper, fam. Like honestly speaking,
You
if
have
we
to-
all did our job,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to be finding out about jets. That's the way society is supposed to be structured. Let people do what they're supposed to do, and you do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but you see, like, we're in this space where you have to have this
Some
information.
information now, yeah. You have
You
to.
know, if you want to go out on Twitter and talk about how the government ain't being good, like, where are you coming from with all of this?
What's happening?
Like
man?
what information do you have
Yep.
that backs up your point?
Yep.
Because this whole jet thing, like I read the Africa Confidential and they did say there was a jet being purchased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that information's been out.
It's there, yeah.
Yeah.
So now we've just seen the confirmation that it's actually coming through. And this also further points out to the fact that Dora Celia is a fucking liar. Because she said they were going to sue Africa Confidential
Yeah.
because
She said that.
they were defaming the people of Zambia.
Yeah.
Because that information that they published
Yeah,
was
fam,
false.
what's going on
But
with
this
that?
shit is real. But that information is look, the jet's there.
Yeah.
She's lying.
No, because look, the information that came out, all right? I mean, this was in the news today. The information is that even the president's actions, the president's actions in firing Kabanshi was because of the report by Africa Confidential.
So, whoa.
Like that
These
that
niggas
was
playing themselves.
that was the reason. That was the
I
reason.
love this show.
because
I don't get to talk about this on my show.
because
Well,
when
you do,
that
but, yeah.
because
Yeah, but
when
I gotta
that
be funny.
Yeah. The problem is sometimes Zambians forget easily. When that information came out, the thing was like, oh, actually, these guys are saying this. It's like, oh, Africa Confidential is saying this. It's like, oh yeah, actually, the president had asked for a report a month ago.
Yeah, he said 4.
Yeah,
He said
4 months ago.
Yeah.
4 months ago, or whatever it is. You know, so it's like he had asked about this. So it's sort of like it was. It's like, oh no, we already know about that kind of thing. You know, it's like we already know about that.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it's like,
that's
yeah. But like,
Yeah,
we
got
know
that.
about this.
Oh,
We got
man.
this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You know, so how are you gonna come out and say?
And she got her ass handed to her at that
Fam,
funeral.
like,
But
she should pull a Kanye.
which is what?
I think she should leave social media. And
She
like,
should leave social
especially
media.
if you want.
Is Kanye's
Look,
left Twitter?
Yeah, after his Trump. thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me also of a Peterson situation, but we gonna get into that a little later. Cause I love him, but I need to get him out of here, man.
Oh, we gonna have a great show today, huh?
I love him, but he gotta get out of here all the way. Cause my concern with, especially with situations like this, is you start to look at where do we go wrong.
Yeah.
One, as a nation. Two, as a people. I'm talking about Africa as a whole.
Yeah.
And three, as a demographic of youth. Because they advertise to us. You know what I mean? They don't advertise to those other demographics. They advertise to us. And like they've been getting us time and again. You know what I'm saying? The last time they got us with inactivity. Those of us who didn't go out and vote are the ones who sold, you know what I mean? Who sold the thing.
Yeah.
And so now, this is why now I'm like, I'm tired. You know, I've got into the place where I've snapped. You know what I mean? I've literally snapped. I'm like, come on, man. You know, and like, I want to hold everyone accountable. I'm making a list. Because I know a day is going to come and these faces are going to be back on ballots.
True.
You
True.
know?
Not too long from now.
Not too long from now.
Yeah.
These faces are going to be back on ballot papers. And I'm making a list, fam. For me. You know, and that's why I've got platforms like this to show people that it's in the individual attempt that great things are done.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, I'm keeping names, fam. I'm keeping all the newspapers, all the tabloids, all the radio stations. I remember you, fam.
Yeah.
I remember you guys, you know? And this is where now I bring in my brothers in the music industry. I remember you, fam. I remember how it took Mr. Easy saying something on social media.
Yeah.
For you to act like you care about. I see you, fam.
Yeah.
You got a song coming out. You need a rollout, bro. You know what I mean? I see you guys. I know, like, this is why Kanye is so funny to watch right now. Because everyone is Kanyeing right now. Everyone in the Z, like the artists and everything, they are pulling a Kanye. Everybody's twisting. We have learned how to twist information to suit our purpose.
Alternative facts.
Yeah, alternative facts. Even like just facts, but conveniently altered so that they suit you.
They suit your narrative.
Yeah, your narrative.
Basically.
So I'm remembering everybody, man. And last week, like, I don't know if this is segue. I don't know if we're still on. If you guys want to talk about the Jets more, because I don't got facts about the Jet. I just saw it on social media and I was like, wow. I was praying. It's wrong.
No, it's absolutely real.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's absolutely real. It's coming.
It's absolutely
Like
real. It's absolutely real.
Yeah, man. But
That
anyway,
Jet's definitely coming
segue into Peterson.
So let's talk about Peterson. So what are your gripes with him? Like what's wrong?
He went on social media and he posted a picture of
Is it the 2 women?
No, women in the choir?
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted a
In
picture
the
and she had
church?
like a short skirt.
Yeah.
And it was like,
A voluptuous woman.
voluptuous woman.
Yeah.
It's like, show up a sister. How do you expect us to pay attention in church when you're dressed like that?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, speak on it, bro.
Are you kidding me, bro? In 2018, you stood in public office, fam.
Yeah.
You stood in public office, fam.
Yeah.
On top of that, you're the guy who sang them songs.
Yes.
On top of that, you're the same guy who changed your hair a bunch of times and came back. You Kanye'd us. You Kanye us. That's what you did. You know what I'm saying? Because like, man, like a man in such a situation while you're watching this entire like Me Too situation, and I want to say for the umpteenth time, fam, I'm not the model male. I'm learning too. Because I also
we all are.
Yeah, I
You know.
also.
I think for the longest time, men like I don't know. It's like you might have been misogynistic, but you didn't.
You didn't even know what you
You
didn't
didn't even know
Yeah.
it because it's like everybody was doing it. So it's like it was just one of those things that
Yeah.
happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
is
we're
just
not
one of
making
those
excuses for
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
We
No,
had
not at all.
terrible
Not
father.
at all.
I mean,
Yeah.
in my case, I can say that. Like for me, I attribute that to like a father not teaching a son, yo, man, like women are not, you know what I mean? So for me, mine would take the L. Like, yo, man, dad, you didn't do that job to the best of your ability, you know? However, what do you mean in 2018 when we're watching all these things going on the news and we know, like it's an information age, you know? Our excuse back then is like we didn't know what was going on, you know? It seemed cool in our neighborhood and we thought it was blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
The childish excuse.
Yeah.
But now we know that the world is like, no, we have been wrong all this time. And we're like, oh, snap. So while some of us are trying, fam, you know what I mean? We are trying and we're failing and still trying. We're getting up and trying some more because that's how these things change.
Yeah.
You go out there and say you can't look at a woman in a church because of what she's wearing? What are you, a rapist? Like, what do you mean?
You know, the thing is, I don't even want to be an apologist on his behalf.
Nah, man.
That was just straight
Nah,
up.
man.
That was weird. Like,
That was trash.
bro, like-
that was trash.
does he? I don't know if.
Get him out of here.
I
I'm
don't
never
know- I
buying a
don't-
record, fam.
I
I'm never
don't know
listening
if
to a
he
record.
understands the gravity of the
No, it
office
doesn't.
he was trying
Yeah.
to hold.
And that's the
And
problem.
for him to continue. Because, like, recently, he had, like, a spat on social media with women were, like, bashing him for something that he said. I just can't remember exactly what it was. And basically what he did was he went to this lady's Twitter and went out to fish, started taking, like, screenshots of tweets that she had put out and started using them against her. Like, yo, before you come after me, you better clean yourself up and stuff like that. But this is after he had said some misogynistic stuff. So, and then he's just like, yo, this is who I am.
Oh, really?
That was his
Listen,
defense.
man.
Like, that's me.
And we love
Like, this is who he is in terms of what? He's a douchebag?
Yeah.
I
He's a
don't think he
douchebag.
thinks he's a
And
douchebag.
then for me, for
He
me,
probably
like,
thinks
look,
he's just a real dude
I'll
out
tell you
there.
this.
It's a real douchebag.
I know, I've been on radio since 2009.
Floss, come on.
You know what I mean? I've been on radio since 2009. I've been saying Peterson at the radio stations that I've worked for since 2009.
Yeah.
I said, how's it to that man? One time he was reading a newspaper and I was like, you know, enthusiastic and all of that.
Fam, this is all
You know
these
what I
are
mean? It's
heroes.
like, hey Peterson, what's up? How you doing, my man? And he was reading a newspaper and he had the newspaper up like this. And he was like, hey, what's up? He didn't put the newspaper down. He wasn't like, hey, Fanatic, what's good?
Yeah.
From that day, I've never said what's up to him. It's like, you guys are talking about social media. I don't follow him on social media. I was saying from that day, for me, there's certain ways that a person acts, and it will tell me, it's like, at the core, this is who you really are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is who you really are. Anything else, you might smile and I might smile back at you or whatever it is, but like I will know, it's like I will not be able to mess with you at a deeper level.
Yeah.
I
So
saw
from
your
that
advert.
time,
I saw your ad, you know what I mean? Because like human beings are like that. Like they can be saying one thing, but they're advertising another thing.
there you go.
That's what I call I saw your advert, man. Like I get what you're selling.
Yeah.
You know?
You're trying to sell something.
So
but,
for me,
you know.
it's like from that day, I've never followed him on social media. I blocked him on my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, everywhere. You know, sometimes he popped up. I think I blocked him on one of the things on maybe on Twitter to see what he was trying to say during the elections. You know, when he was trying to run for mayor, and just to see, it's like, what is this guy actually saying? It's like, now he wants to be mayor. Okay, cool. Let's go, Mr. Stoga.
Listen, fam. First and foremost, I was happy when I saw him. I think more artists should do things like that.
Do
You
what?
know? I think artists should diversify the fact that they can have a political opinion. They can. I think that's cool. You know what I mean? Like 100. Do your thing, boo boo. You know. But when you enter that realm, you become accountable to the people.
Yeah.
And if you enter that realm without knowing how you feel about women, homosexuals, whatever, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
We see it. That's the problem. Because we now look, man, if nobody knows you, nobody knows about you. But when we see you, you come out there and we start seeing you doing things and we're like, all right, now we're paying attention to you. Last year he could have posted that and I'd just be like, probably.
Yeah, whatever.
know?
Yeah.
It was a cool, fam.
Because like you move from just being an artist to
Yeah,
someone that represents people in the society.
And that's why I'm pissed off at
know?
him, man. Like you can, that's trash, man.
Things change. The dynamics change. How you speak, you know, what you dress like. A lot has needs to change.
Yeah.
You know, it might even be like Krytic said, it's like it doesn't have to be perfect right there and then.
Yeah, but we're working on it.
At least, you know, you should be seen to be working on it, even if it's like it's in the background. We can be like, it's like, yo, Krytic fucked up here, but like we're not gonna expose it because we know he's working on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another time would have been just like, yo, it's Tick the rapper. Hey,
whatever. Isn't that how the entire gospel fraternity works?
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
I see where you're going with that.
By the way,
We know.
we know about your sex scandals, fam.
Yeah. We know you whipping out your dick all the goddamn time.
I dare you to ask me who I'm talking about.
Hey, I dare you, bro. I dare you. Are you gonna be pussy and not say it?
Probably. But that's the gamble you have to take. You know what I mean? I want you to try to figure it out. Let's try to figure out Krytic. You know?
Like, is it really gonna? Is it gonna talk about the threesome? Did he just?
Now, I want to take it back a little bit to the conversation we had earlier about the Mr. Easy response to the Justice for Vespas.
Yeah.
And then we saw this picture of policemen playfully having this
Bad
moment.
joke.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Bad joke. Whatever
What?
youth was involved in that thing, whatever youth was involved,
Yeah.
I hope you're in a real riot, fam. Nah, man,
Yeah.
keep the same energy, fam.
Keep the same
I
energy.
hope you end up in a real riot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be a few of those.
Of course.
There's gonna be a few
For
of
damn
those,
sure.
man.
For damn sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That was a bad joke.
It was a horrible
bad
joke.
joke, bad timing, bad everything.
So if you didn't see it, it was a picture of about 3 police officers who were sort of striking poses like they're about to
beat up
a civilian.
Yeah.
Who looked like a student.
Did he look like a student? Is that what students look like?
I think he looks like a student.
I don't know,
I mean, like in the same week of.
What are we meant to think?
Yeah, I guess that's where your mind
I was
goes
like,
to
whoa.
when that happens. And then, you know, a lot of people are posting one of the pictures where it looks like they're about to beat up the person. And then there was the second picture where they're all just like laughing. And so people were like, yo, don't trash these people. There's the second picture. It's like, no. we can't make jokes like that.
We just can't do that.
You know?
It was horrible timing.
Knock it off.
Horrible
All of
timing.
that. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Grow
Because
up.
it's like, number one, I don't believe I don't believe Zambia police. You know, I don't believe Zambia police. I don't believe. Maybe.
What you mean you don't believe
No, I know what he's saying.
I
I don't believe a single thing that comes out of the mouth of a uniformed officer. I don't.
I don't. They are very nice. I used to.
This nigga
For real.
just trashed the whole service.
No.
Yo, man, we get the men are trash thing. Cops are trash. Cops are trash.
Cops are trash.
Cops are trash.
They talk a good game. They talk a very, very good game, especially when they get higher up in the ranks.
Yeah.
They talk a very good game. They're very nice. They're very polite, especially to the media.
Yeah.
I used to interview police officers every Friday, and they were very, very nice. But like when you meet that guy, just a normal street guy, and you try to explain, when the guy stops you at a roadblock, and you tell him, I left my license at home, and I can run 200 meters, and go get my license and bring it to you. He was like, nah. Failure to display, you have to pay. And I'm like, you can't reason, you can't.
It even rhymes.
You cannot use your mind.
These
Like,
guys
I
are rappers?
forgot.
Is that like their response to NWA? The cops became rappers?
So hey, cops are just.
Cops are trash.
Yeah, we're gonna get wild. We're gonna get into wild problems after this.
All right, so
I've moved, guys. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
you ain't in the hood no more.
Yeah, I don't live there, guys.
All right, so something else that happened this week. We saw TAP and Maki2 go at it, guys.
Yeah.
That was kind of left field, man. I wasn't expecting something like that.
For me, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have to do it. I'm in the media, guys. You're gonna have to understand, fam.
This is Media Critic, all right?
Yeah, this is Media Critic for for how long? One last week. For one last week.
So basically, it started when TAP was basically singing praises to to Muzo's interlude EP called Massacre. So he put on Instagram, he put up the artwork of the EP, and he wrote Muzo's interlude EP Massacre is fire with 4 fire flame emojis.
Oh, he got the fire flame emojis.
Fire flame emojis.
Wow, shout out to Jedi.
Then he went on to say it's way better than the overhyped so-called hip-hop albums by your favorite Kalindula Rumba rappers mistaken for hip-hop artists.
So like you need to slow it down.
Okay.
When you this is like your favorite what?
Your favorite Kalindula Rumba rappers.
There you go.
Mistaken for hip-hop artists.
There you go.
The EP
Okay, but
is
guys,
thought-provoking.
before we go any further, and it's gonna be a bit of a dig for me to be the one to say this, but isn't that all of you know what I'm saying?
The what?
That's not one person, fam. That's not one person.
Wait, who? All right, so here's the thing, because when I saw this and Maki2 responded, and we'll read his response, I was like, TAP knew who he was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, and then now you're saying that there are other artists who do that. So who else does Kalindula Rumba type?
I think it would be easier to ask who does hip hop.
No.
Do you get what I'm saying?
What you mean?
Because I think the majority of people do not make. And by the way, do you yet again? I'm not criticizing anybody for their musical choice.
Yeah.
We were all raised in different homes, fam. You know what I mean? And that's not a dig either. don't be sensitive. Fam, we have seen like hip hop in Zambia at one point sounded a certain way.
Yeah.
Right? And then now it doesn't. Now, those genres that it has turned into, one of them is Kalindula, you know?
Yeah, but
and secondly, I don't think that shot was at Maki2.
Who do you think it was?
Because I just so happened to. I didn't know about this until 15 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
I was on the phone and I just so happened to look at Benas's thing, his show. And on that show, he was talking about Click Viral. And they actually have a little video where they respond to TAP and say, man, don't be like that. Just because what was cool about what I liked about what Maki2 said in his response was, this shoe fits and I'm taking it. You know what I mean? That could be seen as both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because we need to quit with all this subliminal stuff.
Yeah.
Just tune in, China. You know what I mean?
So, yeah. So, let me read Maki2's response so then we can have a discussion about this, all right? So, after TAP puts up that post, Maki2 comes out and then says, this shoe fits and I think I wear it. The biggest problem I have with some of you new rappers is you feel you are underrated and everyone else is making it big. Who is making it big is overrated. You feel people don't understand you. When you yourself haven't taken time to understand the people, your hearts are full of hate and bitterness.
Why are you reading clearly, it like that, fam?
All right, I mean, I can clearly see the envy behind the fake smiles because I still wish you success. I always try to lead and guide it where I can because I believe in passing the torch. I believe the next generation of rappers should be better than us. Quote, if the student is not eventually better than the master has failed, end quote. The industry should grow and improve, but that can only happen if knowledge is passed down from the OGs to the new wave. I'm proud of artists like Bobby and Jake Cash who have finally found where they fit in the industry. There is enough space for everyone, but the truth is, no matter how dope your bars are, It continues. If you don't understand the music business, you will always be overlooked. You see many people have come and gone in an ilipoche, which is a shot.
Which is that was cool. I like that. That was cool. That little dig was nice.
A little
I'd
dig,
do that.
'cause,
I love how
TFP has a song called TFP.
Yeah, I like how people are learning to use like little digs. You know what I mean?
That was nice. That was
We've
good.
been doing it for 10 years, but welcome. Welcome.
That was cute, Mikey too. Then he went on to say, I am a proud Kalindula, Rumba, Afropop, Hip Hop, Nafimbi rapper. And I'll go down in Z history as one of the greatest to ever do it. Oh, and one more thing.
This is where it became
like
a
Steve
rollout.
Jobs.
This is where it became a rollout.
I'm only writing this shit to give your album some hype. You're going to need all the help you can get if you want it to be mentioned in the same breath as the album of the year. Hashtag GP, which is Ghetto President. And then TAP responded, guys.
Whoa!
But like, I feel like up to a certain point,
that was a
like
very
the way
valid,
it started.
Yeah,
that was very valid, and I was in the back of my head. I was just thinking, it's like, damn, imagine if he was actually spitting this stuff.
Bars, say drop bars.
that's another one of the problems that I've had with this concept of hip hop king in Zambia. It's because a lot of people say hip hop king, they don't rap hip hop king. That's my pressure with all this.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I mean? That's my pressure with, man, all this back and forth and what. If we want to call hip hop, if you want to be hip hop king, then do some hip hop king stuff. You know, and that's not even to one person. That's not even. That's to me too. You know what I mean? Because I'm a rapper too. That's to everybody in the game.
Everybody,
Yeah. Don't catch this one. Yo, so man, I don't care about you, man.
There you go.
You know what I mean? This is like, if you want to be hip hop king, the next moving forward, let's count hip hop kings as people who are actually doing hip hop things.
So this is very hip hop.
This little exchange, very hip hop.
Very hip hop.
Very. I love it.
So let's get into TAP's response. So he says, I have always venerated you.
Oh, Lord, take him to the water.
Yo, man's used venerated, bro.
I don't know. Like with veneer? Fam.
Veneer, bro.
That's a dope word to use.
There you go.
I love when rappers be getting in their word bag.
You know what I mean? Their word bag, bro. Yeah. So he says, I've always venerated you as a big brother.
Oh.
Today won't be the day to disregard that, and Muzo will not be the person to cause it.
Hey. He was in his bag. He shouldn't drop it now. He shouldn't drop the ball.
So then he goes on to say, hopefully he doesn't, drop the ball here. You, of all people, should understand hip hop.
All right, it's still going. It's still punching.
Commenting here being all mature and making me look stupid and disloyal isn't cool. Jealous, hate, envy, and bitterness are things that I don't have.
I wanna stop you there. I back him 100%. I can legit say I know dude, and he doesn't. He's cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't front for nobody, man.
He's one of the realest.
He's been really nice to me. You know what I mean?
And so it's about
no,
you? The fuck is wrong with Krytic, man?
Everything's about me, fam. But I'm saying,
he's
like,
been good to me.
No, I count it like this. When somebody is nice to somebody when they don't need to be nice, when they don't owe them anything, they don't stand anything to gain from it. Yeah, man. Cool. He's a cool dude, fam.
No, for real though, for real. So he goes on to say, it's very appalling to see me like that after all these years of putting my loyal on. Worse, on social media. If you saw me in any way that I have always seen you as a brother, in brackets, we're not going to be typing here. Anyway, thanks for the comment and wishing me success. Allow me to also extend my deepest condolences to you and the family, since we don't talk like that. And I learned about the bereavement today from Kaliwa. Shout out to Kaliwa. Music, hip hop, showbiz, fame, and music business aside, you will always be a big brother to me. Peace. Hashtag Tilipoche.
There you go.
He worked that pretty well. I think he worked that pretty well. I'm not 100% comfortable with the bringing in of the dead sibling.
Why is that?
I'm not, because like that's not the platform, fam. We are arguing. You know what I mean? We're having a word off.
Yeah.
This is not the time. You know what I mean? Like that could have been like a text or something, which is what brings me back to all this social media. All of this, man. Man, you guys are brothers, fam. You know what I mean? I met fam. You can't be don't allow us to get this close to you via social media. Don't let nobody owes anybody these cool comments.
Yeah.
Nobody owes nothing. Like remember that.
Like for me, you know, I think we started discussing this with Chromes when we saw that, and I was saying, for people who are that close, that's the weird thing. For two men that were that close, you know, I was saying it's like there are people in this industry I'm not close to, or I don't talk to a lot. I gave an example of KB. I don't have KB's number. I follow him on social media. He follows me on social, whatever it is. You know what I mean? But like, if I needed to get KB's number, I can talk to one person and get KB's number and have a conversation with him. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a nice little network out here.
If imagine if, hypothetically speaking, me and Chromes had a falling out. You know what I mean? And we're not that close, or we, you know, just time passed and he said some shit on my social media. I can legit call one dude, get Chromes' number and be like, yo, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah. We need to go back to like,
you know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking like? Like the instant thing would not be to start typing, because it's like, number one, I type, but like I don't like typing long shit. I don't know.
Man was not born to be a secretary.
So for me, like the thing is like, it would have been as easy as, yo,
what's up?
Send me Monkey 2's number. Like, this nigga has it twisted. What are you talking about, bro? You know what I mean? If they were that close, but I feel like this for me, I feel like there's probably something deeper here.
I hear you. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. It's like they probably have been feeling the tension in the air between themselves. And then this is just evidence of that particular energy that they know exists, but they've never really like
addressed it.
And this is how this now plays out. And then, you know what? This just proves my theory about how people in the industry, man, niggas don't like each other, man.
Nah, man.
Niggas don't like each other.
I can tell you that for a fact.
Niggas don't like each other.
I can tell you that.
I've been in situations where a dude comes through from the industry, hangs out
from the industry.
You know, industry peeps. They'll come through. You know, they'll come around, say a few things. They, you know, make their way away from that particular.
And the second they leave,
people start talking shit right there and then. I'm like, yo, this is not the kind of energy I, you know, like, I know there's certain people in the industry who just, like Krytic. You won't see Krytic at industry events a lot.
I don't like. Nah, man, it's not even a them thing. It's a me thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I think people should also get more in touch with themselves before they go out there, fam. I know what I don't like. I know. You won't find me at places where I know that there will be people who upset me to a point that I'll make a fool of myself in front of everybody. You know what I mean? As much as it seems like I'm always making a fool of myself, that's with myself, fam. You know what I mean? Like, I'm chilling, fam. Like, you won't catch 7 of us in them video clips or whatever. It's just me. You know what I mean? Nah, because I can handle my madness. I know what I like. I know, you know what I mean? I'll go around these dudes when like, all right, we got to do it.
Yeah,
you know.
Now for me, I just keep the same energy, man. If I don't like you, we ain't gonna speak. I don't give a fuck.
That's what it is, yeah.
And there's mans who, you know, there's certain mans in the industry who, when we meet, we don't speak. It's like that. It's like it's fine. You're
making it awkward for me.
No,
and I have to be there. Just like mad cool with everybody.
Cool with everybody though.
Except apparently KB. But nah, Matt,
you better get KB's number.
You better call KB. He's been hitting the gym, bro. He
like probably on a high. Waving at you. Was waving at you now.
Before we leave this though, what do you think of the person in the middle of all of this? Muzo. Because he trended.
There you go. He was on Shosta's show, High Five,
first
of all, before he dropped his EP.
There you go.
I was it was very awkward interview.
Yeah.
I don't think Muzo wanted to be there.
Yep. No. I think I figured out why that's an awkward interview.
What?
is because of, and I love you, bro. You know what I mean? And everybody should know that I don't mean anybody any harm. It's because of Shosta's style of interview. I think his show is very clickbait. If you look at
Shosta, yeah.
If you see, so he looks for like shock value. So I don't think Muzo knew he was going to be asked that particular line of questions. However, that has worked with other artists who have gone there afraid. You know?
Yeah.
Like people have sat in front of that camera and they're like, snap, I'm on camera. And they have to protect their interests. So they can't answer certain things certain ways. So he sort of strong arms people into awkward situations.
It's like when he asks Monkey 2 if his kid is Muzo's child.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's weird. That's just weird. That's plain disrespectful.
Like,
fam.
yo, bro, that's
Don't ever ask me
wife.
that shit.
And you know, Monkey 2 did well to just walk away from that because I swear I'd have punched the dude.
Yeah, man. Like
on camera.
Like those are I think
Them's fighting words.
Isn't that in the law? Like you can beat up a nigga if he says
I don't
something
think
like
that's in the law, fam. In what law?
I don't like just generally. You know,
the law of fanatics.
You
The
could
street
be like
law. The streets, fam. Are you quoting the streets?
you remember about the whole Drake Pusha T shit.
Yeah.
You remember when the conversations like why did Push go
at it.
that crazy
after
the reply? You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you mentioned this girl.
Oh, you mean like in like the code of the streets? Like
Yeah.
Oh,
like you mentioned this
like,
girl. So it's
you
like
mean
for
on the
me.
streets. Yeah,
I thought you meant like some dudes
we're
at
not being
Ziale or
civil
like,
anymore.
yo, don't be talking about niggas' mom.
Probably in there if you found a good lawyer.
It might be a good loophole in there, man.
Have you hung around them lawyers? Them some wusses, fam. Ain't nobody worried about that. They're just like, no, the law of torts.
I would have swung on Shosta, to be honest.
easily.
I mean, shout out to Shosta.
And it would have been fine.
I'd have never swung on
Would have been
Shosta.
fine.
I would have swung on him.
Out of
I'd have snuffed him.
out of media managed him.
Really?
Yeah.
Like how?
Out of like what Muzo did. That's why I love that. I love what Muzo did.
You know what? Like there's situations where like you're expecting a reaction and then you don't get the reaction you wanted. You know what I mean? It's like if Monkey 2 had given him a different energy, like where it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Just sort of like diffuses the situation.
Yeah.
And then makes him look stupid.
yeah.
Because that was a stupid question.
Yeah.
And then on camera, he asks Muzo, were you smoking weed at the award show? Because he was like, yo, I slept naked last night.
Abantu abapepe chamba uramona chani.
Pepe chamba. Iwola pepe chamba shost. Wali pepa pofwaka.
Orange pisa ngosheni.
Waishwa nati ndapepe vyamba.
Wewe nati pepe nchira.
No, but I said ni vyamba.
Waramana kwate wali very high that day.
Efo nani abali kuli high bengi sana. Ero ifikora te vyamba bifika. Kwa bana abapepa kokeni, abayitunge nyereti. So nshishi bebambefu bali kuli.
Iwe wali chani.
Natyo mchalo chani narekola nokolo nti twalimo.
Nawasa kama nenga bali babo nani abaleta
mwana. Ngani mbeshwa kati abala bachikulire bali. Kuba lwesha afi ngakuba kumbwana bakumbwa afi. Nato. Napita na shara nefyandi.
And he
By the way, for that, Mans is absolutely 100% irrevocably whack. Why are you asking your fellow creative an incriminating question live on camera, fam? You want to see your boy in jail?
There you go.
What was the purpose, nigga? Oh, for some clickbait?
Like what Muzo was supposed to say,
That's why I love Muzo's response. That's why I love that little kid with the sneakers to his face. I was like, yeah, do your thing, king.
But you see, like, Muzo kind of let it slip there because he asked him, like, because Muzo, what's his name? Shosta asked him, like, yo, what do you think of people that smoke weed? And then Muzo's like, who told you I smoke weed?
Yeah, that's the that's the perfect
like,
question.
no,
Why
I
are you
didn't ask
asking
you
me? No, but why? Like his follow-up question, like, why are you asking me?
Yeah.
And I love his follow-up statement where he said, bruh, you've been to these shows.
Everybody's high.
People's on coke, people's on what, man? You know what I mean? Why are you asking me in particular?
Yeah.
Those crazier incidences at the award ceremony. Why does mine stand out?
I feel like the other thing, for me personally, if I was ever to be caught in a situation like that, I don't think it would be by a Showstar.
Oh damn.
I'm just saying.
Speak on it.
No, I feel like it's like look.
I hear you though.
Monkey
Niggas
two,
going in
yeah,
today.
no,
I
no,
hear you,
like
though.
monkey two. No,
We should do a part 2.
Let's talk.
Can I join the show?
No, for real, like monkey two has been around for how long? You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
how
for a minute.
easily would he have brushed off that thing and be like, Psh, my nigga, please.
Yeah.
You wanna do this? Yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
know you, bruh.
Yeah.
Knock it off.
It's like I probably called you and slid you some dough because you hosted one of my shows. You know what I mean? Now you're gonna do
I
this.
paid you once upon a time.
You know what I mean? It would have
Speak
been
on it.
so easy to do something like that. You know what I mean? Just let
Like
it slide.
disrespect them on another level.
Yeah, it's like look, it's like you can't touch when I'm too above here. You know what I mean? It's like in terms of a war of wits.
Yeah.
You're not gonna swing on me with like a show on that joint.
No.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna get
you
there
need
like
to
that.
be. You need to be some Wendy Williams.
Oh,
have done some
Charlemagne.
investigation. You know, so it's like I wrote up and it's like this nigga knows what.
Who you been talking to?
Who this is like? Who's this? Is it the Crohn's? How many were we at that party?
And I want
You
you.
know?
I want to let you know it's probably gonna be Chrome's.
I'm snitching, man. I'm snitching. Fuck
And
this.
Chrome's been gaining too much weight, fam.
Too much weight.
Around Onzo and not getting nah, fam.
Yo, I looked at myself in the mirror today. Fuck, man.
It's all that snitching, bro.
Shit, bro.
You been eating.
Oh, snitch.
Where you getting this money, fam?
Hey,
Where your jet?
Hey, this cheese, man.
Where's
This
your
cheese.
cheese?
Where's your jet?
Where's your chicks? And anyway, we'll talk about K.
probably
Anyway,
need to get
before we
lawyers.
move away from this Shosta thing, let's move away from
Explore it.
Shosta and let's look at Muzo's EP. Have you guys listened to it?
I haven't,
I have.
because I'm afraid.
Why?
Because he's been under par for a very long time. Do you remember when he was dropping songs every week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of Man's. I actually put him, and this is my opinion, you don't have to like it. I actually put him, like, bar for bar, I put him above Sheffy.
There you go.
Because they were on a record together and
Yeah, and
he actually killed Sheffy.
you open Man's up,
Oh,
fam.
man. Nicely.
Yeah, you open
And
Man.
Sheffy knows this.
Yeah, man, like, whether he
Of
knows or
course,
whatever, that's just
yeah.
my opinion. You know? That's his business.
So you haven't listened to the tape.
I haven't listened to
So
it.
you listened to the tape.
Yeah, I have.
And what you thought?
I don't get it.
You said
too.
it was,
I'll
you
get
said
it.
it was confusing.
Confusing, bro.
I don't know. Maybe I need to go to Luapula.
Maybe it's a language barrier.
He's from Kazama.
I
bro.
listen. Yeah. What? Like I just need to go deep. Wherever they're speaking deep, Bema,
need
bro.
to
I
go to
need
Wyoming.
Maybe you need to kick it with him.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you need to
Because the
kick
thing
it
is,
with
it's like,
someone
no,
to
look,
understand their
sometimes.
project?
Sometimes.
Look? Number
Nah,
one.
fam.
Let me
Man,
point out. Let me
there's a
point
lot
out.
of Zambian albums that have made sense to me after I met the artist. Because I get the context.
But
Yeah,
then
man.
you see, that's unfair because not everyone's going to meet that person.
Yeah,
so you're putting out a body
that's the
of
risk
work.
you run. Maybe he's trying to meet people.
But like that.
Wow.
That's his PR
Wow.
stunt. He said, wow.
My thing is number one. I have to say shout out to the producer. What's his name?
Shinko Beats.
Shinko
Yeah,
Beats.
Shinko Beats.
The
On point.
production
On
on
point.
that is just like,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah.
hell?
What's
Amazing.
wrong?
are you
What's
doing?
wrong with this album?
The content. I don't get it.
Is he rapping good?
His rapping.
He's barely rapping.
He's barely rapping.
It's like he's reciting.
Is Vernac trapping?
I said, you know, like
What do you
I
mean
was,
by
I was-
vernac trapping?
Like he's trying to do like a new style thing.
He might
I
be
think
trying
so.
to.
Maybe
He's trying to do
push-
something
Yeah,
different.
maybe that's what
You
I'm
know-
saying, man.
you
Ask
know-
the man
But
what's
it's
he trying to
weird.
do.
You know what it was, and it's like when I put it into perspective, it's sort of like pause. TAP and
I don't like it.
no, wait. It's like TAP and Shemasta made a baby, and that was this album. It had elements of
Yeah,
Shemasta,
yeah.
and then some beats you'd be like, you're almost
Some nasty
expecting
D in
TAP.
there too,
Yeah.
man.
It was just that. It
I'ma
was
get
a
the album.
bit weird.
Huh?
I'm gonna get the album. I'm gonna listen to it.
Should.
Please do, because it's,
How many songs?
I think some
10.
songs
Okay,
there are
10.
some tracks on it. I think that maybe he says like 2-3 things, like
He just keeps on reciting the same
3 lines.
three
Which,
lines.
by the way, was a
It's
very
not-
trash element of Zambian hip hop, especially you Vernac cats. You know what I mean? You guys who used to come in and do like verse 1, verse 2, then verse 1.
One again? Oh yeah, that was trash. But there were some Americans doing that too back then.
Yeah, they were trash
Back
too.
then,
Don't
yeah.
let, we're not discriminating. Everybody who do that is trash.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that, man.
Yeah.
People buy that music.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
But like that
Yeah.
was Danny's method all through, isn't it?
Yeah, Danny used
Like
to do
that.
I mean,
that.
like I
Danny's-
understand. Isn't that like outside of hip hop, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Like R&B recycles. It's cool for the rest of them to do it, fam. Rappers, the number of words in a verse is your value.
Yeah.
So why are you giving me recycled verse ones, man?
There you go.
Like, nah. fam.
Every second counts on a hip hop record.
Too much.
So Muzo for me, I'm just like, you know what? Like maybe you're right. Maybe you kick it with him and you understand what he's trying to say. But like a great is a project great if after you listen to it, it just flies over your head. Even when you listen to it back over and over again.
Over and over
Because
again.
I'll tell you this, after listening to it for a while, I actually started to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But like enjoy it in the sense of, because of what you said, it's like a mashup of TAP and Shimasta. So that style is very, like, I like the style that he's kicking, right? But I can't understand what he's saying. Like even the parts where, because he kicks some deep bemba, right?
Yeah.
But there's spots where you can catch,
You catch.
try and comprehend what he's saying. And then it's like, this is what I said on Twitter, it's like distorted thoughts. It's like you,
Yeah.
like,
Don't you know what that is?
you're like
Don't you
picking,
know what that is?
what you mean?
Distorted thoughts. People will give you distorted thoughts.
What you mean?
It's just high, man.
So he's high.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it from
And you know, I'm trying. I've been trying to,
I'm not even
take
saying,
that out
yeah,
of.
man, listen, I'm
I've
not
been trying
saying-
to take that out of the equation.
No,
because
you
I feel
can't.
like that
You
could
can't-
take away
you
a lot
can't
from the
take
project.
that out of the. That's Snoop Dogg's entire discography.
Yeah, but
Because
he
if
wasn't.
Snoop Dogg was rapping like, "Yo, this is serious," you'd have been
Yeah,
like,
but
"Get out of
but
here."
Snoop made sense. He wasn't saying one thing in one line, and then the next line said something
his
else,
thing,
and then
yeah,
it didn't make
man.
sense when you weave it together.
Fam, like the way a dope takes you and the way dope takes me, two different things. But I can see the things.
But it's art at the end of the day,
it's art
right?
at the end of the day. This is why it's very important to get context before you listen to something. For example, the Lupe album. You know, everybody Lupe's bags. I love the narrative of the slaves on the ocean. I think the album's whack.
The album is great, bro.
Do you see? And by the way, I think the album is whack.
Why do you
I
think
don't
it's whack?
because it's not my preference of music. That's not the type of music
It's
I like to hear.
hip-hop.
Fam,
You're a hip hop
yeah,
artist.
yes, but there's so
Hip hop
many.
is not my preference
But
of
hip hop
music,
is
but
not
I'm a hip hop
one
artist.
thing. You
Like,
know
what kind of hip hop are you into then?
Hey man, I like the sci-hi.
Sci-Hi
Yeah.
is far away from a Lupe.
In execution is very important for me. I get
Execution
what
of
you
what?
was
Like-
trying to say. I get the slave narrative, but I don't like meta facts. I don't like things I have to dig to find.
But that's what you do.
Yes,
That's unfair. Like, you listen to your project and you're kicking shit that you have to listen to over and over
but
again.
dude,
So how
like,
do you hate something that
because
you do?
it's a slave narrative and it's something we have heard before. It's not new. Lupe didn't bring anything
Yeah.
new for me.
Yeah, but the angle he was taking wasn't like a 12
Dude, there's a
years
very
slave
very
thing.
big difference between No Dope on Sundays and what's this thing called? Drogas Wave.
No, what I was saying was like the depth of lyricism.
Yeah, like, why are we talking about all that
both
now?
of those artists are ones that you just don't listen to once. You just listen to once and you forget. No, you have to go back.
And
No
listen,
Dope
and
on
listen, and
Sundays.
listen,
No Dope on Sundays. In fact, changes every time that you listen to it.
What you got? Oh, like which one do you have? The Logic or the Lupe?
I'm not much of a Logic fan, bro.
And
to
I'm
be
just
honest.
not a Lupe fan. They're both great
so
albums.
You're not a Lupe fan.
I'm not a Lupe fan.
And
I haven't
that's
been
why.
for a while. No, I don't like his
What
voice.
was the
I don't
last?
like his
What was the
style.
last Lupe album
The
you
Cool.
liked? Wow, that's a while back.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
that's
That
a long
was his
time ago.
second album.
Do you know
Yeah.
what happened during that space of time? Is that he became popular, right? He became very popular, and
Right.
all I was seeing,
And he didn't like that.
unfortunately, I wasn't able to access the music. It's not like I made an active decision not to get Lupe. I was listening to other stuff at that time, and it wasn't at the top of my list. Which also for me was like, you're really not Team Lupe. You know what I mean? Why are you stressing this much? So I left it for a while, right? And then I went and listened to Lasers.
Lasers not such a great album.
Right? You see, the context is very important.
But that's
I listened
because it's
to
his most popular album.
I listened to Lasers and I was like, "Ish, this is not the best time to come back." So I left, and then I came back, and what did I find? Drogas Light.
So you missed Food and Liquor too.
I missed Food and Liquor too.
You missed Tetsuo and Youth.
I missed Tetsuo and Youth because of the damn. What's a Tetsuo and Youth?
It's another concept album. So like you need to go back and listen to this.
Nobody has to go and listen to anything, man. Do what you do. You know what I mean?
It's hip hop, man.
Which
Come on.
we lost what we were talking about, which is why Muzo, right? For some people, like for me, who like loves like MC rapidy raps, I was like, I kind of get you. That's what I loved about him. Because Sheffy was selling you structured bars. Muzo was like, it was like a freestyle all the time. It almost felt that way.
But it made sense.
But it made sense.
Yeah.
Now that it doesn't make sense, I'm forced to ask the question, why doesn't it make sense? It's because one, Muzo is frustrated. He's been for a while. He's been telling you this on social media.
Yeah.
You guys don't listen to me. You guys don't listen to me.
Yeah.
And if you take a few shots and you're in the booth, that's what happens, man.
Because I mean, I heard Maki 2's name in this.
Yeah.
I heard Huntinger's name in this.
Why
Yeah,
are you
that
name
name,
dropping
that
his
weird name
wife?
stuff that he does is corny, man. He needs to stop that. It's not as cute as he thinks he is. Like stretching names and turning them into other things.
Yeah, because
there's no vernacular double
he said something
entendres.
like
You're just
hunting.
messing up English. That's it. It's not cute. It's corny.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, it's
And
corny.
It's like
You're corny.
There's 2 tracks that were like properly structured, I think, that I heard, and I
About
was like,
3.
okay, cool.
About
yeah,
3.
3. Yeah, about 3. Everything else
This is the album y'all enjoying? The
mumbo
3-track album?
jumbo.
This is what you all love? For real?
No, like I was trying to get it, and that's like to this day, I'm like, I don't get that.
I
don't get it.
I tried to listen to it back to front to back, and it still didn't make any sense.
We don't get it.
And like he explains that the track list of the album actually like is supposed to spell something out.
Oh, it's another cute word thing. No, don't do it.
Yeah, it's like the way the album is layered is
Supposed to spell some.
Let me pull that thing up. What did he say? Because he said it on Schuster's thing.
You know the one dope
It
thing
still didn't make
you know
no
one
sense.
Of the very dope another dope thing he said on the Schuster thing is the meaning of his name. I never knew that. It's cool that it means something.
Muzo.
AKA Alfonso.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said that was his grandfather's name.
Yeah,
But
I like that it came from somewhere, man.
Yeah,
That's the context I need to like an artist. I don't know what a Lupe Fiasco is.
So fuck you.
It sounds like a gathering. I don't want to be there.
The track list, you have News, Key, How For, Soul, Real, Rapper, Massacre, Yeah, Maybe. So apparently you're supposed to say this quickly.
Yeah.
So that's News, Key, How For, Soul, which is supposed to be Muzo, aka Alfonso.
That's not
Real
that's
rapper,
not what it is.
Massacre,
That's
maybe.
not that's a reach. That's not what it is. Newski Alfo, so it's not Muzo. No.
I was like, fam, nah.
Yeah, that's a reach, fam.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. Like that
He was trying too hard there.
The anting now Pepo.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Taking subliminals.
Yeah, why you leave your man's wife alone, fam?
And he said, like Fanatic said, dude is still.
They'll beat you.
He might, Mikey 2 might snuff him because
they'll beat you, fam.
And like there's certain, I mean, look, there's certain things. It's like, oh no, he insulted me, and then we got into a fight. It's like, hey, whatever. But like for me, it's just like, he insulted you and got in a fight. But like, you know who you are, and you could just easily ignore him. But like, it's like when you start talking about wives, and then there are children involved.
That's different. That's different.
You might end up in a mine shaft, bro.
How long you be planning that joke?
I know, right, bro?
How long you be planning that joke? Did it go down? Were you happy with the response?
I'm a witty guy sometimes. Leave me alone.
All right, so take a listen to Muzo's EP and just
Make your own decision.
Yeah, make your own decision. That's how we feel about it. You should listen to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen this weekend. I'm gonna have a lot of free time very soon.
So My Diary Part 6 came out.
Yeah.
And features on that you have
5!
5-4. You have Israel.
'Cause that
Exra.
ain't-
We
that
call
ain't
him
no-
Exra
that
over
that
here.
ain't no Israel. That's exile. That's the bar's exile.
We call him Exra on this show. So yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, we don't.
Yes, we do. No, that's a thing, bro. That's a thing, bro.
Like he decided on
Fam,
that.
I know, man, and I ain't trying to call him nothing.
What? He's
I
gonna
know-
snuff somebody?
Yo, fam, bro, you know, I need to tell you one thing. There's nothing more embarrassing than getting caught in public.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? There's nothing, especially. Listen, fam.
No, but there's context.
all
guys.
these,
We're not
no,
throwing
all
shade.
these Zambian rappers who've been running into each other,
Yeah.
cowards.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, fam. Like, you were there when we saw that guy. He went to the club. Cowards.
Yeah, nigga ran away.
Ran away.
With the quickness, man.
Because, man, believe it, man, I'm from the era where you check a nigga's site.
Yeah, but we call him Exral because he messed it up.
I made a
He
mistake.
did a mashup of the names. And then we were like, yo, Israel is still kind of exiling out here.
Not we, you. You were.
But, you know, he's on a record like My Diary Part 6. And he did say that he's going gospel. So I'm like, okay, why are you
is he
on a
rapping
record
about
like that?
What's the problem with him being on a record like that?
No, I'm just saying, like, when you make a decision to, at least the perception would be you're sticking to a
You'd
certain...
rather gospel artists did not work with secular artists?
No, that's not my take.
Then
but
what's the
like
problem?
that's like...
The expected thing.
That's the expected thing.
by Zambians.
Why is that the expected thing?
That's the world over. And
By
there's
by Zambians.
whoa,
It's
guys.
by Zambians.
By Zambians.
Also, Kirk Franklin wasn't kicked in the ass because he
Man,
worked with Kanye
Lecrae
West.
won a Grammy with the album that
and you
featured,
know,
what was his name, David
he's-
Banner?
And he's been excommunicated.
That's
A lot of people are not
Fam,
fucking with him.
What's
right
the What's wrong with being excommunicated? Why are y'all so afraid to be excommunicated, fam?
now. Like, you know,
Maybe the congregation is trash. Yes.
so he's the one that's making the right decision.
Maybe. I'm just saying, why do we want to fit in so much, man? Let Israel do what he want to do, man.
No,
Let
I'm not saying he
let him-
shouldn't.
let him-
Don't get me wrong.
like,
Don't get me
I'm-
wrong.
I'm,
What I'm saying,
I'm jumping to address the Zambian mindset.
The Zambian mindset.
You know what I mean?
but it's the same world over about this. Let's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
say that other places are
Yeah,
progressive
here
because
too, even
Lecrae,
there.
you know, Radio Christian Voice doesn't play Lecrae's music anymore.
Radio Christian voice is whack.
Wow.
Why don't they play Lecrae?
Yeah,
Because-
Lecrae's dope.
Because he's done music with
play
people with tight
Kirk
dollar
Franklin?
sign and all
They
of that.
probably play.
Do they play
sex
Kirk
addict
Franklin?
ass
They probably don't play him too.
Kirk Franklin did a song with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And R. Kelly
Back in the day.
did a lot of
Back
things.
in the day.
Yeah.
But still,
He was in a closet, fam. He was trapped
Trapped
for
in
12
the
chapters. There was a lot of stuff going on. There was a midget involved. It was crazy.
So that shit, that's the part that kills me. When the midget comes
That's
out.
a dope album, though. That's a dope album. That's a dope album, bro.
But yeah, like, so before you make your point about this whole thing about Zambians having this mentality, it's the world over. So let's discuss that in the realm of the globe and not
I just told
the
you.
confines of our borders.
I just told you the congregation is
but
trash.
it's worse in
It's
Zambia.
the same there and it's the same here. It's the congregation. It's these, man, listen, this is why when the proverbial fecal matter hits the fan
Wow,
in
dude.
Zambia, like, yeah, I got to get in my word back. What was that? What was TAP's word? Venerated?
Venerated.
Yeah, Boy, I just got some venerated too. No, man, but like, artists and these expectations of them, right? First of all, when you become an artist, realize you share yourself with the world. You're no longer you,
Yeah.
right? And so in that situation, you should know that, first of all, let's go even back to like what the church should stand for. Love is reaching out to people, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there the thing of like, don't go, like, don't, I'd rather you don't go to the churches and you go to the people who are actually sick, the people who need the message.
Yeah.
What's the point in bouncing this ping pong we're playing in church? Like, yo, man, like, let's keep the blessings here. Nah, man, get out of here.
Yeah.
You're cornballs, all of you.
Yeah.
You're corny.
True.
The congregation has become corny. All of you are corny. If you can't hang out with me while I smoke my scave, you're corny.
True.
Because how are you going to speak to me?
True.
There you go. There
You're
you go.
corny.
Talk about
All
it. Like-
of y'all are corny. Don't ever come to my house with your little pamphlets. Go and feed the kids in the streets before you come to my house with them little pamphlets. Because you're corny, all of y'all.
So listen, I want to clarify my point.
yeah.
My point, the point I was trying to put across is basically the same corny mentality that's there that, you know, an artist, when you make the crossover to quote unquote gospel,
Yeah.
you can't fuck with the secular people.
Yeah.
And I think for the longest time, like Lord of House have, you know, they've pushed the boundaries when it comes to this, right?
Yeah.
I know he's signed to Lord of House, is he?
Who is?
No?
I don't know.
It's
I don't know about. I
But
really
he was
don't
he was
know.
idea.
he
But
was
you're right,
close
he
with
was
them
riding
at some
with them.
point,
Yeah,
right?
he was close to them at some point.
He was popping up at the shows.
It's so that progressive mentality. It's like Mag 44 performing at an Ice Prince concert back in the day.
Yeah.
I saw him at like Diamonds of Lusaka.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely amazing. Everybody went, you know, like, yo, let's. But then the backlash that they got after that was crazy.
I watched somebody cry at like a turn up, right? When a Pumpy song came on. It was a turn up. It was a low key turn up. We're in the house, kicking it, and this song comes in, and man's just breaks down, right?
Yeah.
And man, I don't care. I know these dudes. If it's good music, it's good music. I put this thing on shuffle. You know what I mean? That's how you know how I play music. It's just on shuffle in the house, right? And
Mostly it's your music playing.
mostly
but
it's me though. Yeah, it's me on shuffle.
Surprise, surprise.
Whoops! First leak.
Then I do
But anyway though, yeah, like man, like the dude broke down. So if
Yeah.
I had been like, yo man, we're having dopes in the house,
Yeah.
we shouldn't play any Pumpy. And I use that same mentality to extend to their music. And that's why I love what they were doing. I love what they were doing.
They're not doing it anymore?
I don't it's
Not
complicated.
Not as aggressively.
no, not for the same reasons.
Speak on it.
You know,
Let's hear that.
I think the gospel fraternities now have figured out that people have opened up their minds and they're selling themselves a certain way as well. So that's why, like, the faces have changed. It's not like the suits anymore. It's locks. It's, you know what I mean? It's a rebrand. It's a rebrand of the gospel fraternity. And I'm very wary of that rebrand because it means you're selling me something now. You're not giving me a message, you're selling me something. It's a profit maneuver. And I don't like that about it. I don't like that.
But you understand the music business. That's
Yeah,
how
I get
goes.
it. But you see, if you're going to be... for
Man's
me,
got to put food on the table.
yeah,
You know what I
then
mean?
say you're putting food on the table.
How do you want him to say it?
Hey, say, man, like, yo, man, go out there and do all the songs with all the people and hang out and hug everybody.
But you're in the industry.
Yeah.
This is information you're privy to. So how does that put you off?
That puts me off because I know these dudes personally.
Oh, that's
Okay, so
That's
you're
a-
saying something that you're not saying right now.
Yeah, I think everybody's lying.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my opinion, and it's my suspicion. I think everybody's lying because they're selling you something. I think there's very few. I know there's some genuine dudes, but I think there are very, very few. Very few, like 4.
So,
Like 4 or 3.
You know, my take has always been on things like gospel music, right? And trying to make that switch, and you know, kind of like the whole thing about even Israel, exile turning into Israel, is what negative message was in Siku Yadero?
From the beginning. Kumvela Nimvela.
Kumvela Nimvela. Like what negative message was in there?
Nothing, man.
There was nothing at all.
actually, there's a backstory to that, which I'm privy to. Just sorry, before you finish your point,
Yeah.
just to address that, I know the man that was there to help him make the transition, and he's the one. It's like a pastor who told him to change his name because exile has a bad sort of energy around it. So like basically like what's in the name sort of thing.
What was the
You know
last,
what I mean?
What was the last time we heard someone use bad energy in that context? He changed the word on the hat cause "Make America Great Again" had bad energy, so he just wrote "Make America Great." Get out of here, man! Do you get what I'm saying? What's this fake bad energy? It's still the same man.
Yo, what you got against pastors, bro?
I don't got anything about pastors. I've got big pressures with lying. I don't like lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why I get into so many problems with these guys.
Yeah.
It's because I'm like, you're lying. You're not the king of nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that's my only qualm with all this entire thing, man. Like, I get it. I get why you changed your name. That was a poor reason. Especially that it was somebody who influenced you to do it. Especially it was somebody of influence that influenced you to do it. Your opinion's out the window now, by the way. You know what I mean? How you feel doesn't matter. That's somebody else telling you things. And you did it. Shout out to you, man. I want to be the first person to say, I think of the handful of them, Israel's one of them. Of the real ones.
Yeah.
Because we've sat down and kicked game, and he tells it like it is, man. Not that no, I'm superhuman one. No. I'm just a person, man.
Yeah.
So what point were you trying to drive at?
Now,
bro?
I was trying to. The point I was trying to make was it's like some people, some individuals, are not necessarily seen to be negative or carry a bad vibe or whatever it is. It's like, oh, that guy is a problem. People like Eddie Black. So it's like, how many songs by Eddie Black did you hear him cussing?
I don't think I've ever heard him
Fam, I've
curse.
never cursed on a record. I'm
You know?
my gospel artist.
You've never
So,
cursed?
so,
I've
so,
never
so
cursed
for
on
me,
record.
so for me, my thinking
Will
is.
Smith.
So for me, my thinking is, it's like, why can't you just change the subject matter and the content of what you're talking about, but like continue putting out certain music? Because then when you say it's like, oh, I'm a gospel artist, now it feels like it's like, oh, you're isolated and you're not part
You
of
put
this
yourself
guys
in a
anymore.
box.
You put yourself in a box, you know. And for people like Eddie Black, you know, I was like, it's like you could do like a rebrand that you and your team know about.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, well, look, Eddie Black never used to drink. You know?
That sounds familiar.
Black never rebrand! So it's like you could do a little bit of a
We're gonna
rebrand.
talk about that shit.
You could do a little bit of a rebrand for yourself.
Krytic is trash.
I am though.
Yeah, you're saying, bro.
Could do the rebrand, know what you're doing as a team, you know what I mean? Change the music, you know? It's like from the inside. It's like people don't necessarily have to be like, oh, I'm a gospel artist now. It sort of puts you on like a little a platform that you really don't have any business being on.
So is
You
that
know?
the same? Do you have the same gripes with Tim? You
With
feel?
Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the gripes I have with Mans is the manner of rebrand. That's what's interesting to see about fam. You know what I mean?
Tim, we're talking about Tim. now.
Yeah, because he hasn't yet executed it. That's why I'm waiting to make my decision on it.
We heard some of his music.
Yeah, his music is fire. I see you, Tim.
Go deeper,
I
Papa.
see you. It's you and I now. It's you and I now. Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
we
it's
were
crazy.
just about to get into the Jameson Connect show, and
He got you in the car.
yo,
Yeah, he was like,
fam was
Don't
just
ever
like,
go
yo.
into Tim's car, fam.
And he put the speakers on, played the music, and we're like, yo.
You heard the butler sip up with the pace, set up a chopper, that's all.
He was going in, man.
Chemba was in the front seat too. Shout out to Chemba.
Yo, Chimbo fly though.
Too much, man.
God damn.
Jumbo trash, fam. I don't care. I'm playing. I miss you.
Yo, we were about to rip you apart. Pause.
You guys are you're the guys who hold you're the gatekeepers.
We're the gatekeepers.
Fuck that shit.
Does she know? You guys
Probably. We don't care.
We don't care. Who gives a damn?
Give a fuck about that. Yo, we were about to talk about KB's My Diary, bruh. Like, part
yeah,
6.
snap.
But what do we
say
think about this song?
5 rapped again.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for 5 to rap for a long time. That was dope. I like it.
Yo,
That was dope.
I don't know how many times I
As a
tweeted
fan.
5. I don't know how many times I tweeted 5. Every time I played, every time I played, it's just like, oh no, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back. Let me just finish my masters. I'm gonna be back. Oh, my masters is done now. I'm gonna be back. And that man's was just chilling for the longest time, and I thought it would never happen. I never thought it would happen.
So, let's talk about 5-4 a little bit. You know, KB made a very, very interesting comment. It's like, if you're a millennial, you probably don't know who 5-4 is. He's one of like the hip hop pioneers. So
He named Berg City Berg City.
Yeah.
that's swag. That's swag. So like, what is unique about 5-4?
You snake.
What sets him apart from everybody else?
his bars, fam.
Wow.
You snake. What do you want me to say? What do you want? Hey, you know I know him.
I'm not show starring here, bro.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
doing- no,
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not.
We should make that a verb.
I don't think mans are like that, man.
I don't give a shit. Nah, but listen, man. Listen. All right? Listen. You listen close. Chromes. You don't scare me.
This nigga knows I have inside information and shit.
Yeah, man. You listen close, fam.
Yeah.
All right, look, man.
Krytic is trash, bro.
Five is my man's.
Yeah.
5 is my man's, bruh. We've seen some days together, fam. You know what I mean? I always respect him as an MC, right? The art of MCing is just like most arts, a practice art. Okay? After some time, if you leave it alone, because like the world has taken you and you work in what are they called? White collar, blue collar? Which one's the white collar job? White collar job.
Yeah.
You're doing
in
your
the
thing.
corporates.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got a kid. Shout out to you, by the way. Shout out. You made it out, by the way.
Yeah.
We must say, from that era of hip hop artists, 5 made it out. He made it out. He's okay. You know what I mean? He made it out.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people who can say that. You know what I mean? Shout out Krytic. You know what I mean? But soon.
Yeah,
So,
no,
yeah,
you're
man.
in a good place, man. Fuck that.
And so I don't put too much pressure on him. You know what I mean?
You still ain't answering my question.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
What
Five
you mean?
doesn't
If
have.
he
Five
was that
does not
phenomenal.
have enough work to
Okay,
be
there we
judged
go.
by.
So did he put out a mixtape?
No, never.
He never put out
He
a
never
mixtape.
put out a
He
mixtape.
just did he
Yeah.
put out a
And
song?
Five had a tradition of. He was a perfectionist from back in the day. That's why you hear like there's like songs that have got like the same verse over and over again. If he left the booth and he didn't like one thing about the song, he would keep his verses. This was a bone of contention back in the day when like MCs were MCs for always having a fresh verse on a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Drake gets his stuff written for him, man. Who am I to judge?
Times have changed.
Times have changed.
So let me understand something. If Five hasn't put out a body of work,
Why is he a legend?
Yeah.
Because he named Berg City.
No, fuck that.
Come on, man.
No,
You're
no.
that's like saying like
That's
because
one
M
thing.
outsold Tupac.
Yeah, but
Tupac is
what?
because M outsold Pac, then Pac ceases to be relevant. Nah, man.
Well, both of them have put out albums, and you can actually.
Yes,
you
but
know.
listen, Five influenced so many people.
Who did he influence?
Influenced me,
without a record?
Everybody.
Everybody influenced me. That swag was not. Nobody
With
was
feature,
swagging.
with features.
Nobody was swagging. Yeah, with features. Nobody was swagging.
So
Look,
so
Do
Five.
you want a Five album?
I would like to hear it
All right,
because
then
of the
say
way
that,
he's.
nigga.
say that.
Say that.
Because I mean, wouldn't you want a Five album?
Everybody, Five wants a Five album, fam.
So why ain't he
Look.
put it out?
Look,
But
there-
that's the thing. Life catches up with you.
look. There's certain.
It's just the truth.
Mans is doing well in life. He can
Yeah,
afford
but you
great
don't know
beats
what he's doing
and
to
studio
do
time.
well in life. You know what I mean? You don't know how strenuous that is on even his mind. To rap, you have to be in a certain state of mind, fam.
Yeah.
That's why I'm lucky. I've always been in the creative industry. It keeps me creative. You're punching numbers day in
so
day out.
Five
I'll
left.
give you this. If I think one of the first solo songs I heard from Royce was Boom. You remember Boom? Mm-hmm. When I heard Boom, I was like, done. This nigga is brilliant. You know what I mean? I didn't need to hear anything after that.
Bullshit, fanatic.
I swear to God,
Bullshit.
son.
You probably
Royce the 5'9".
he probably only solidified that stance of GOAT in your head after you heard a full length album or mixtape.
No. True that.
No.
Well,
You
What
can't judge someone by one record
Why not?
You guys were
because you want to see a variation.
But what
Of,
I'm
like, how far
What I'm saying is,
what if that was like a
listen,
fluke?
listen.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's like, yeah, we know the flukes. You know what a fluke sounds like.
Really?
Go around. Yeah,
What does a fluke sound like?
like Chingy.
Chingy was dope.
Yeah, man. How was Chingy a fluke, fam?
Chingy was dope.
I'm a bowler, baby.
For the lane that he was in.
Yeah.
And Chingy had an album.
And Big Shorts was popping. I like them Big Shorts.
What I'm saying is, Chingy was a fluke.
How was Chingy a fluke?
wasn't a fluke.
Chingy was from the
industry just
Midwest,
changed,
where
yeah.
Nelly and them came from, and that was like the sound at the time. That's
Which one was the sound?
that
singing
Nelly
rapping
shit,
thing.
the Lunatics thing,
Look, all
the
I'm
Nelly
saying is-
thing, the singing thing.
Yeah, but
Right
it's just
star.
like yeah, but like
The slang and
was Nelly a fluke?
Nelly
How many,
wasn't.
how many? Yeah, how many records did Nelly have?
Yeah, but Chingy.
A lot of records.
Listen, bruh. Listen, Chingy's downfall is not only on account of his music. There was a thing with Luda and the label. And don't you think that? Come on, you know how these guys move.
And then the sound changed.
Yeah, the sound also changed.
If
Like
Chingy came out
shortly
now,
after that,
like,
shortly
fuck
after,
you.
Nelly got like his hands in the game, and shortly after Chingy came out, they switched the switch. You know what I mean? Like we ain't with that no more. You know? Don't you guys remember Murphy Lee was on the road too?
Yeah.
That changed, fam. He was on the Welcome to Atlanta remix.
Yeah.
He wrecked Atlanta.
Murphy Lee
and the
was
sound
still
changed.
Never liked Murphy Lee. Murphy Lee was trash in my book.
I love
Murphy Lee was trash in my book.
I love all those southern dudes for no damn reason. Fam. I had Hood Hop. That was my joint. I still love Jay Quan, fam.
Wow.
The soundtrack
Hey.
to Triple X2. That was some crazy stuff, man. I was like, what? He was the first artist that I knew that took like the money that was given to buy a beat, and then he bought really expensive beat and he talked over it for the intro.
Wow.
That was a stunt, man.
God damn.
Look, my point is.
So 5-4
they're
is a
searching-
legend
no.
without.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
not
definitely.
even a question.
Yeah,
Look, you
definitely.
doubt me? Go listen to Legendary with K Fuller and Sober.
Yeah.
Listen to that verse. Listen.
Yeah.
Don't even. It's like listen to that 5 verse. Some of the shit that
You'll sound
that
like
dude
Stans,
says.
honestly,
Yeah,
man.
I'm a stand.
Like honestly, just looking at like the way things are structured and the way people respect artists in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like 5-4, according to how you are spelling it out,
Yeah.
doesn't fall in the element of GOAT.
5-4 is our Andre 3000.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's for me. He drops
How?
whenever he drops a verse, it's fire. We
It's
move
fire.
on.
Yes,
No, but
there.
Andre had.
There is
Yes.
no weak
Yes.
link.
Andre had records.
Don't you
Royce the
forget,
Five
Mike
now-
was on a label, and I can honestly say some of the reasons that he didn't put out music was not even his fault.
But nobody cares about that.
Yeah, but
Let
I'm
me
giving
tell
you
right
context.
now.
But they-
Nobody
yeah.
gives a shit about what was happening at the label.
Hey,
I'll
fam,
tell you
I'm-
right now.
I'm-
History will not remember that shit.
I hope they do.
I hope they do.
It's like, look, like I don't want to disrespect the man, but I'm just looking at.
You can't.
I'm just being objective.
It's like
with
disrespecting
how
Crisis.
Crisis had an album.
And much like this disrespect, guys, go fuck you up.
Crisis put out a hip hop album.
Five-
Officer in Charge.
5 ain't slapping.
Classic
He gonna
album.
Find you. He will find you. I know him.
You can't disrespect Crisis.
Stop it.
All these people you're mentioning have albums or
Yeah.
mixtapes. I don't know
it's
why
just
you're
like,
saying this.
No, look, it's just like I would tell you this: there is no rapper in his right mind in Zambia who would disrespect 5.
Yeah.
Why?
We all learned this shit from him, fam. Let me just be honest. We
Because,
all
look,
learned from 5.
There are certain things. It's
Yeah,
like,
what
I'll
did
tell
you
you this,
learn
I'll
from
tell you-
We
I'll
learned
tell
how
you
to
this,
carry
I'll tell you
ourselves.
this. I'll tell you this. It's like apart from the whole he doesn't have an album shit, right? It's like look at any verse, any song that he has, and tell me, oh, this here was whack, and we will have a conversation.
I mean, look, it's definitely possible that he doesn't
But
have
also,
a,
that is
a
also
verse.
because he doesn't have much workout.
There you go.
So he's a perfectionist.
And that's the thing. Like, you need a body of work so we can actually judge him properly.
We judged them
Which
properly a long time
tell me
ago.
which
Long time
legend?
ago.
Tell me which legend is mentioned in hip hop that doesn't have an album. Mention one. Like a proper top 5 rapper who doesn't have an album.
So
or a
you just
mixtape.
don't want 5 to be top 5?
No. I'm just saying.
No, you say
'Cause
what you gotta say.
You're saying he's the GOAT. He's
Yes,
the
he is.
legend
Yeah.
in hip hop,
Yes.
in music.
Listen, let me say something like this, man. Crisis, right? Here's what I'm gonna say about Crisis. Crisis is still a legend to me.
He
When
is.
Crisis was out, I was out, right? I thought I could take him at any given point in his career,
There you go.
right?
Yeah.
I could have taken him. That's the same way I looked at 5.
Bar for bar.
When I came through, I was like, I can get him. I could get him. You know what I mean? Especially after he like lost practice. Definitely, I was like, yeah, you better not. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But he's my man's. You know what I mean? Outside of this being a rap thing, he's my man's, and we shouldn't be like
why you like? I don't want this personal
I know,
relationship
like,
that y'all have.
I don't even have a personal relationship with him.
Like, don't mention your personal relationship.
The reason
with
that we go to the personal relationship,
why,
is because he has helped out so many artists on a personal level.
And he's put out an album that we can point out and say that this is a classic.
Who?
Crisis.
I'm talking about 5.
Or are you back to 5?
Yeah, I'm saying
I thought you were still
that's
talking
the
about
reason
Crisis.
we stick on a personal level, because only the people that know. You weren't there, and that's why like KB was right to say like millennials.
I'm not a millennial.
I know,
What the
but
fuck
like
you talking about?
a lot of millennials weren't there. They don't get the context in which 5-4 is appreciated. He put on a lot of people. He got a lot of us at
Like
a lot
who?
of shows.
Y'all need to tell these stories.
Buff, the Diplomats. Who's XYZ guy? XYZ guy, rapper guy. Dope guy, XYZ Krytic. The new XYZ Krytic. B-Man. That's not
I gonna feel about that.
That's not. Mac knows I'm joking, man. He knows.
Yeah,
I'm
Mac
joking.
is cool as fuck.
Mac's cool. But yeah, like he put on a lot of cats singing, rapping, Seppo. So many artists.
All right, so
And
in your
producers.
So
He put on TR, fam.
cool.
Kapuka.
Cool. He has an album.
Which
Even
was-
TR has an album.
was,
Fresh in the game. Yo, that album had African Hustlers.
That was dope.
That song was dope.
That was dope.
That was a dope song.
For real?
Yes.
All right, man.
I
What
played
was that
every
last-
Independence
what
Day.
was the last-
Every year.
What? That's a waste.
That's not even a shot at him. It's an amazing
Nah, man,
record.
it's a shot.
An
That
amazing
nigga trash,
record.
bro. Like,
Whoa. It ain't over.
it's never over.
Yo, somebody goes missing after this episode, man.
Man.
No, but listen,
I'm begging
I'm
you to take me out, please. I need a warrior's death, man. Like, none of these niggas is rapping. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, all I'm saying is he needs to put out an album. And you know what? Like this, hearing him rap on the record, I really love this verse. And you're right. He's very prolific. He knows how to tell a story. And he's got this, he knows how to, what do they call them? Double word wound syllables or whatever. Like, you
Double
know, rhyming two words.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. Like he did that on that record.
Yeah.
So he did so much on that. Like similes, he did metaphors, all of that shit. So he sounds dope.
Here's one of the main reasons that 5-4 is appreciated, right? It's because at the time that we came up, the hip hop that we had access to was, you know how it was back in the day, man. Hip hop was like, it was a currency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were cool. 5 had a lot of access to a lot of like dope shit.
Too
You know what I
much.
mean? He had like, he was the plug. At one point, he was like hooking niggas up with like rigs and shit.
Yeah.
He's always been like a step above the game.
Too
and
much.
He's been hearing things, you know. 5 put me on battle rap before it popped.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? So 5 learned style and things from those things he was listening to, and we had no access.
So
to
he
those
had
things.
sort of like an unfair
5 had
advantage
like
and everything.
not an unfair. He had an advantage because man, come on, it's the world. It's not unfair. Who's judging? You know what I mean? Yeah, man, do what you must.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. No, but
I mean,
respect him.
Let's
I'm
yeah,
just-
let's
I hope
remember.
y'all get what I'm.
Yeah,
why am
yeah,
I
we-
hating?
I get.
You're hating.
I get.
That's not
what you
hating.
You're a hater.
These
I
are
get-
probably
because-
questions that people will ask.
Because
who
No,
are
nobody's
probably
asking-
not.
nobody's asking why 5 is a legend.
No. Like people who are not familiar with his catalog.
go listen to his music.
Yeah, find
Where
Listen-
do we find this music?
ER. This is like I'll get you 5's music.
I have to go to ER.
Did you say ER?
No, like he's got a song with ER. Vele Vele.
Oh yeah. I heard-
Yo, fam.
Yo,
I've
he's
been-
on that.
Vele
Right?
Vele. Y'all
I've been
remember?
waiting so long.
Yo,
to
Krytic
have
had
this-
the best verse on that
I've been
record,
waiting.
though.
I think 5 had the best verse. I've been waiting so
Right.
long, guys.
Yeah.
ER?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What happened?
Rebrand, bro.
No. As in, like,
mean
no.
what
I
happened?
get the rebrand.
Yeah.
I mean, like, before. That was the first time I saw a rapper who I was like, fam, man's not dope. You know what I mean? And like everybody's like, man's dope. I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was crazy. There's another cat running around the streets right now doing that, but that was crazy then.
Swish.
You know what I mean? I ain't saying nothing. But that's crazy crazy, man? Like, you know why it's crazy? It's because rappers listen to their own music. What kind of deluded state of mind are you in that you listen to your stuff and like, this is fire? You have to be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Sort of like a delusional.
Yeah,
kind
it's
of thing.
it's like a delusion, a proper delusion. To be unable to listen to your own work and critique it honestly is I think it's a sickness.
Yo, Swish rhymed Avondale with cowbell.
Listen, man, let me say this. Let me say this once and for all about Swish, man. One. Like once and for all, because I know man's personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hate to talk about him. They always ask me about this because of the song we did together.
Yes.
You know
and
what I
I
mean?
always trash you
This
for that.
guy's always Groms, you're trash for trashing me. Because one, it is my obligation to push artists. I try as much as possible not to hate, regardless of who you are, right? And I like to think that when niggas...
Are you really gonna give us that reason, bro?
Yeah, that's for real.
Wow.
I don't like to say. I've been at a place when I was telling niggas what to do and y'all banned me from all the radio stations. Fuck you want from me, you know what I mean? Like for real. I be nice, it's a problem. I mean, it's a problem. I'll do what I feel nice doing, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And my thing is like giving owns Jews, you know? And so, like, man, shout out to man's hustle. Right?
Oh,
Shout.
you have to give it to him for hustle.
I want to start from a place of good.
Fanatic has this interesting...
Fanatic,
I'm waiting.
This is what the show is. It's like hater ping pong.
No, fuck that. This is
I'm
objective
waiting to
ping pong.
hear where where
No,
this
man,
is
like
going.
Yeah, where you going with
I love his drive. I love how he pushes, regardless of what people think. You have to have that tenacity in this game.
Oh, so
You have
still be delusional.
No. Tenacity and like thick skin, a certain level of thick skin. However, man, we listen to music. You know what I mean? We listen to hip hop. We heard KO. We heard him. And I initially had a problem with him because of his style of rap. That's how I judge my rappers, right? So I was like, eh. And then KO popped. And I was like, what? So I dug deeper to check what's going on. It's like, man's actually got bars. You know?
It's got bars.
He's got bars. Now, after 2000 and after Vitumbua and all that comedy rap came in, I apologize. I did that to y'all. But, guys,
Don't apologize, bro.
Substance
Y'all knew what you
is
were doing.
very important. You know what I mean? Substance is very important. My urge to my brother Swish is to go out there and really, really think about what he's doing. You know what I mean? Maybe you're a better promoter.
That's what I was about to say. I feel like if
Yeah,
he
man,
was
not
a manager,
everybody's meant to be the rapper.
Yeah.
Not everyone. And that's not even to shit on you, man. Like, if you want to keep doing it, you can disregard my advice. I am not
which he
the
will,
authority.
which he will probably
I'm not
do.
the authority.
Because, you know, I've seen people call him whack, and his response is, y'all are haters. Like, it's like, bro, like, you need to, when something keeps on being said,
Find out what it's about.
yeah, like, look, like, why is your first response to be defensive?
Because that's how human beings are wired.
Yeah, but like,
that
it's
means
like it's
he's
sad.
got some
No, but
level
like
of insecurity towards
you
that.
need
He
to-
probably knows,
You
but he
need to
just
get.
masks
You need to
it.
get to a point. You need to get to a point as an individual, as a human being, as a person, as a whatever, to a point where when someone tells you something like, "I don't like how you do this,"
should understand why.
You should be. It's like instead of just going on the defensive, it's like try and have a conversation. It's like, why don't you like it when I do this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's only we owe it to ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I was having this conversation with a friend of mine who's in radio as well, and shit, and I was telling us like, "Yo, your co-host is whack," you know, and she was like, "It's like, oh, yeah, but he's a nice guy." It's like,
So?
yeah.
That doesn't matter. That's not where the craft lies.
that kind of like it's kind of like what Krytic is saying, but like in a nice way. You know what I mean?
in a nicer way.
In a nicer way. It's like,
Nah,
yo,
man, like, just-
Swish is whack. It's like, yeah,
You just
but
need-
he's
listen-
a nice guy and he hustles hard.
Yeah, as in,
Yeah.
listen, man. That's what I'm saying.
Like, that's
maybe
that's
your,
sort of like
maybe your
you-
strength is somewhere
You know,
else.
you know what that
Yeah.
sounds like? It's like that's like you strike a blow and then provide the cushion at the same time.
And I think it's important to do that. I don't want to see my brother die. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Nobody wants to see Swish
No, as
die.
in like, listen, man. There's
We
a
still
difference
need to hear
in
those
somebody
records.
giving up entirely.
Yeah.
And I want Swish to really think about this rap thing, to really, really, really think about this rap thing, and see where his strength is at, and make, because he's got. The reason that we are seeing him on screens and whatever is he's got access to money.
Yeah.
Right?
There you go.
Yeah.
Why don't, if you really care about Zambian hip hop, my nigga, why don't you really Zavi's out there, he's putting out, you know what I mean?
in
You've got a
his
whole
mind-
bunch of niggas around you.
In his mind, that he's contributing to the culture.
No, but like, you know,
Aight,
like
man.
somebody.
Then cool.
so-
I
for
can't
me-
cross
for
the
me-
line.
Yeah.
That's his
In
opinion.
his mind,
For,
he is
for
really
me, somebody who
contributing.
did that is Young Bunny. Young Bunny was at
Who's Young Bunny?
260.
428. He was at 428 actually.
Yeah, but who's
He was trying to rap.
Yeah.
All right, and then he started after that. He got a corporate job, and then he started, 260.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you realize like man, the whole ramping, the bars. This time not really for me. So let me just open
Maybe
my
that
own
time's
thing.
coming for him. Because like I saw him on social media trashing.
But I saw him rapping. He was spitting bars just a week ago.
The thing is, he was
Acapella stuff.
He,
And he was like at the end of it like
is it by the pole?
like
Is it by the pole?
No, he was sitting down. I think he was about to get a
there's
haircut.
one by the pole.
I
What
saw
is he
one.
doing by the pole?
I saw like I've been trying like man because
Man's trying to kill himself?
I know fam. No, but he was standing by like something. Listen fam. Don't be a Nah man, for real though. You guys are putting me in a weird situation.
Yo,
No, but-
Swish is a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. I tried to I always try. Like whenever I see a video, I'm just like, nah, don't do it. I want you to be because he's been mad nice to me, and I don't want to be an asshole back. You know what I mean?
You had a Friday T-shirt.
Nah, I didn't get one of those. He wasn't that cool to me. I didn't get the autograph Friday T-shirt.
In the inner circle.
No. Nah, man, he was
I
mad
might have
nice to
asked
me.
him for a T-shirt, and he's like, "Yo, you gotta buy it."
Is this why you hating?
Okay.
Is this why you
This
hating?
might be
bro?
why I'm hating. bro.
Probably why.
Yo, Swish,
Crumbs is salty
maybe
because-
you should have given me that T-shirt, and I'd have a better opinion.
One
on it.
T-shirts on the podcast.
Nah, but man, listen, man, like for real, man. If you're gonna do it, for real, you shouldn't mind what we say.
True.
No,
You know what I mean?
True.
My opinion of your music shouldn't shift how you feel if you're that convicted about it. If you're not and you're trying to figure yourself out, maybe you should sit down and think about it. Reach out to me. Let's sit down and this is my. You know what, man?
Do you tell him this shit?
This is what I'm about to say.
So you never told him?
I've
this
never told him this. I don't know, dude, fam. He's a rapper guy. I don't like people. You know what I mean? But listen, Swish, I don't like people, but you and I have been cordial. We've been cool with each other. Reach out. Let's sit down and kick it. And maybe it's a fundamentals of hip hop thing. Maybe it's one of those. You know what I mean? Because we were raised in different places and whatever.
Yeah,
Let's sit down and kick game and talk about like how we can really do this thing. I'm not saying I'm the master of hip hop.
Of course.
I'm not saying anything. You sit down with more than just me, man. If anything, you can sit down with Chromes. Chromes knows everything.
Fuck you. Being a teacher doesn't mean you know everything. It just means you know more than somebody else. And if they're willing to sit down and listen, then it's all good.
That's the most douchebag
You know what I mean?
definition of teacher I've ever heard.
That's what it is.
No, look,
Learn,
I will
kids.
use this example. Just to sort of wind this down. It's like the problem that I have. I was on Twitter saying this stuff. The problem that I have with most people and just as individuals is if you've watched The Matrix, right? There's Morpheus and there's Neo. Morpheus finds Neo, but Neo gets stronger, faster, better at everything than Morpheus. But like he always looks at Morpheus as leader. You understand what I'm saying? The problem with a lot of people is that we don't want to be a Morpheus. We want to be a Neo. We want to be at the front.
wanna be
But
the
like
one in
you
the
could
action.
be the guy who found him and be like, yo, I found that guy. And that guy who's on top will always look back at you and say, it's like, yo, that is my dude.
Nigga, hook me
You know what
up.
I mean? That's
Straight.
That's just
Straight.
my thing.
Straight. All right. So in the meantime, he should stop trashing rappers for, because he was like, Israel is better than most of these rappers.
That's what he was
Okay, yeah, about that, fuck out of here, man. I mean, like, Israel, yes. But, like, you're not the authority. No one is. You know what I mean? Nah,
Yeah,
man. Don't do that.
Don't
Like,
do that.
nah,
Don't
don't
do
do
that.
that. Don't do that. That offends a lot of people.
Yeah,
And you don't want to offend people. You know?
Yeah. It's like how Chance the Rapper was like, yo, Beyonce is my favorite new rapper. It's like, fam, just because you heard her drop bars on, like, ape shit and stuff, it's like, no.
Let's get in there.
Calm down.
Let the man have his...
No,
say-
he was bullshitting. That's
don't
clear
know that.
bullshit.
You don't know that.
Okay.
Like they get in
Critic.
their emotions.
You don't
It's
know
like,
that.
look, no,
Fuck
but like
that
for real,
shit.
it's just like, look, I got excited when I heard that verse. I was like, what? Look at Beyonce
Which
go. You know,
The
on
Ape
Ape
Shit.
Shit.
Oh no, I thought that was absolute trash.
On Ape Shit,
I thought the
and-
Carters
and-
was a shit album.
No, that's a great album.
It's your opinion.
The verse on Top Off. You know what I mean? The verse on Top Off. That was absolutely bananas. Loved that. All right. I think Jay-Z got bodied on that.
If
You
a
know?
man rapped that verse, would you think it was cool?
Yeah.
Who?
If a man rapped that verse, would you think it was dope?
Wow, I haven't heard that song in a while.
Really?
But it's Beyonce,
There's a
man.
part where it says hamana 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 hamana. There's a part that goes hamana 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 in the song.
He's really trashing.
No,
this
for real.
shit.
I can pull it up. I can pull up and play the part.
It's really trashing.
No,
this shit.
I think it's cool. It's cute.
Yeah.
You know,
it's cute.
It's cute.
It's cute.
But
A hip hop savvy person won't come out and
She
say.
went in. Yeah. Come on, guys. Give
Come on,
Beyonce
man.
a juice.
B ain't getting
killed
5
it.
mics in the source.
So,
B ain't getting no 5 mics in the source.
Obviously not.
do people care about 5 mics anymore?
Yes,
They still
I
do?
care. I care.
Okay.
Cardi is not getting 5 mics.
Cardi ain't getting 5 mics anywhere, fam.
She's not even getting 2.
I don't even
bro.
know why she gets 1 mic to rap on. But
She gets Offset's mic.
Whoa. Oh, the feminist
set on. Yes, he's telling the truth.
No,
isn't
feminists gonna kill you for that.
Really though?
Yeah, they're gonna come after you.
Nah, man.
So, what's the situation with the money that went missing at the Ministry of
At the
Education?
Ministry of
'Cause I
Education, yes. You heard
I
about
hear
that?
they found it and they couldn't give it back to everybody. Is that the thing?
found
Is that the same thing they're
Since
talking
when?
about?
No. You're talking about the social cash transfer.
Oh, yeah.
There's
where
some
they-
more.
There's
they-
some more.
Yes.
They took the money back to DFID,
Yeah.
where the money came from, right?
Uh-huh.
And then now, after they take the money back, they can't. They don't have money to service like 6 provinces. So
Yeah.
it's kind of fucked. 6 districts or provinces, if I'm not mistaken.
Why are we? Anyway.
So anyway, Ministry of Education.
Ministry of Education. There's the 19.5 million kwacha that's missing.
I could use that.
Yeah,
I can use that. That my album rolled out. My album rolled out. I can use that.
So there's 19.5 million kwacha that has gone missing,
Yeah.
and 80 people have been suspended at the Ministry of Education headquarters.
Yeah.
All right, but Vincent Mwale, who's General Education Acting Minister, was like, no, the money will be found. We are getting the money back.
Is
He
it
was
in a
saying
Zanaco
this in
account somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
When you say acting, do you mean he's acting?
he's like he's the acting.
No, but is he putting on an act? Because it sounds like he's
Probably.
putting on an act.
But he said, it's like, no, this is in
Yeah.
Parliament. It's like, no, we're gonna find the money and we'll get it
Yeah, I
back.
mean, like,
No problem.
props to him.
You
Good
know,
actor.
Everything's all good. We'll find the money. They will find 19.5 million kwacha.
Wow.
Yeah, but like 80 people have been suspended, and they
So,
remain on suspension.
so this is pending an investigation.
Yeah, they're investigating right now.
I feel like the PF will continue using the.
Word investigation.
Everyone uses the word
but
investigation
not
in
the
this
way they
country.
use it.
No.
The police use investigation all the
bruv,
fucking time.
We're using it different. I'm investigating why I don't like you. Are you? Are you really? Or you're making prejudicial statements?
No, basically, I feel like they will use, because they've set a precedence with what happened with them saying that the money was there in the
So
Zanaco
it's gonna
account.
happen some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said the money was in the Zanaco account from last year in December.
And
It's just been sitting
and the
in
minister
there.
didn't know.
The minister didn't know where the money was.
Nobody's comfortable with the government having a Zapit account. Are we good with that?
Yeah, we talked about this. It's like,
You already cracked this edge?
it's lit here, bro.
Can't withdraw more than 5,000, fam.
I hate that limit, man. Fuck 'em.
Get off it.
Oh, I still fucking with Zanaco, man.
The other day, I went to the ATM. I was like, "This is an abusive relationship." I know you're trash. You know what I mean? I know you've been cheating. I know, but I love you so much because you're everywhere.
Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah, so they're confident that they'll
they're
recover
confident
this
they're
money.
gonna find the money, and these are the things that.
They've been
And,
confident for a while.
and FYI,
They've always been confident, even when they're in the midst of.
Yeah, so the donors have
Tough
also
one.
said no more funding to you guys
Yeah.
until you figure this shit out.
Yeah.
So it's out now.
Yeah, it's
All
wild
of us.
now.
You have spoiled it for all of us now.
Until you figure it out, you get no money from us, from the donors.
Vincent Wale is an interesting character.
I never met
To
him.
me.
I don't know him. I haven't read up enough.
No, I don't care about meeting him.
Girls like him.
I'm just
Girls
looking.
like him. They be, oh, he
And that's
light
the thing.
skin,
Yeah.
and he not fat. All of that.
Bro,
He young.
why you mad?
I think he's got something against light skinned people.
What's up
bro.
with you and light skinned people?
Yeah, man. Listen to the
This
last
nigga looking at me like,
podcast.
you
You
want me to
hear
say
this shit. This dude is bitter about light skinned
Yeah,
dudes,
what's up,
bro.
man? Talk to us.
Nah, man. I'm
No, we
just
can
saying.
get to Vincent later. What?
I'm just saying, my
Let's change the
Therapy
entire
session.
show.
my melanin popping.
Oh, you can't do that shit again, man.
You're melanin popping.
You've been ousted, bro. I'm about to close this nigga's mic, man. Fuck. So yeah, I'm saying Vincent Wale, man. Like I've seen he's a very soft-spoken guy. He's got charisma. So most times,
Really.
I mean, look, like he looks.
He's light skinned, that's all.
You think so?
Yeah, that. You wouldn't look at him twice if he wasn't light skinned. He'd
mean?
just be just one of those.
Wait,
You
what are
wouldn't
we
use-
talking about
You
here?
wouldn't use the C word. Charismatic? It's like Martin
That's
Luther
not
King.
the C word I was thinking of.
Yeah, because you're fine.
That's not the C word I thought about.
You know, Colin
wait,
was
let's-
charismatic. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I mean?
was he
Martin
light-skinned?
Luther King was charismatic.
Light-skinned
Even
people
Chiluba was charismatic.
light-skinned
You're gonna
people
call
can't
Vincent
be
Wale
charismatic?
charismatic? Really?
I'm not gonna use it in the traditional sense. I just think it's like maybe charismatic is the wrong word. I
People
just
like him? He's likable?
He's a likable figure.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
Is it 'cause he's
he
light-skinned?
appears?
Yes.
Is that what
it's
you're
not
saying?
because he's light skinned, bro.
Because he's light-skinned.
No,
I think there's mad, like, more likable light-skinned people. Than
Like who?
dark-skinned people.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like me, man. Most of the time, I be walking through the streets. I be walking through these streets, man, and K-Star pop up and just like, hey, K-Star.
It's like,
Light
wait,
skin.
I was here too.
I was on the damn bit more. If you count, I had more verses, fam.
You know, I've had a few gripes with Vincent Wale ever since, you know, there was that thing in Parliament where they asked him, basically, opposition leaders were asking, like, yo, we want to know how much the 42 fire trucks were insured for. And he came out to say they were insured for, each of them were insured for around $1 million, which is 10 million kwacha at that time, because, you know, the dollar done tripped. So,
No, it's not the dollar that trips, the kwacha that trips.
oh, it's the kwacha that tripped. There you
We
go.
tripping.
The dollar just chilling, fam. So he went on to say, yeah, $1 million. But then there was a report that came out earlier that they were insured for $250,000.
Yeah.
So it's like, fam, which one is the true story? And it ends there. And then here's the thing, and this is why I'm saying he's a likable figure, because people were like, because there was this conversation we were having on Twitter with Elias Chipimo, who is the leader of NAREP, an opposition political party here in Zambia. So this dude,
Shout out to our Swaziland listeners.
yeah. We actually have Swaziland, Mozambique
South
listening.
Africa.
South
No,
Africa
no.
listening.
In particular, shout out to our Swaziland listeners.
Oh, wow. Hey, wow. Another wow. So, what was I talking about again?
Yeah, the insurance, and you forgot about how like that passed. You're like, yeah, cool, whatever. After I said
Yeah. So on Twitter, the conversation was somebody had told Elias, like, when you get into when you're forming your government, that's if you become president, are you going to keep some of the people that are in cabinet positions to run with you, to be there to effect policy? And my response was like, no.
Why?
Why should
would
we
you do
have a new president and still be dealing with
Nah,
the
man.
old leader,
I want
which is what we're having
all
right now?
new, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
All
we want new people and stuff. And then the guy meant that the particular Twitter user was like, Vincent Wale is one of the good ones. You should probably keep him on.
Man, no.
And I'm like,
He's on my list.
and then I asked him, like, what has he done that makes you feel like he is fit to be in a new cabinet when this president comes in?
See,
If the
here's
president
the
comes in.
situation right now.
Light
And he
Right
didn't
now-
have anything to say. It
Right-
was just like, oh yeah, there's that
Right
keep
now-
Zambia clean thing that you have to do once a month.
thing we're doing in
What
grade
else?
Really?
The thing we've been doing since grade 5.
Exactly. I was like, you can't even spell that out. Like, what has the man done? So when people like you, they sort of just, it's like, we like you.
There's that.
Forget about everything else.
There's that, and then there's the fact that right now everybody is looking worse than him.
Oh yeah.
So it's
true,
like
true, true.
a lesser evil. You know what I mean? Which got us to this same situation.
Where we are right now.
Yeah. So we should be careful next time around about a lesser of two. That's why I don't want none of these old niggas in this. None of these old faces, bruh. Let's try, and we have tried the old thing.
Yeah.
We've been since what, 91?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've tried the old. Let's try some new, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. You guys are you've been at this printing things and trucks going missing in the middle. You know what I mean? Lesser, because like we had more value for money in our pockets. We didn't really mind. Now the youth are pissed because I can't buy Jameson, fam.
We broke.
And I mentioned Jameson for a reason.
Why did you mention Jameson, bro?
I like it.
You got a Jameson bag coming your way, bro?
You never know.
Daniel Machia is about to drop a bag.
Shut up, man. I see Khalil and Daniel Machia in that office looking happy as hell.
Happy as hell, man.
Yeah, I think they be drinking, man, on that show.
That show's
man.
popping.
Yo, they're high, though.
Yeah, well, that's the way. Oh, them. Are they?
No, I'm joking.
No, they're not high.
They're professionals.
What?
They're professionals.
They're
they would
high.
not
Definitely
go.
not high.
Of course, because
After the show, though.
Fanatic is a Hot FM nigga, so he's gonna be here to
after the show.
defend the shit.
I know, because I know. It's like
So
the
we
bottle.
can't say what you were saying about
The bottle comes
Yeah, that
after
thing you
the
were saying
show.
in the background,
the
you
thing
can't say it
after
now.
the show about like,
How that thing's trash.
You niggas are full of shit.
bro, we can't say. I thought this was like raw conversations.
You niggas are
You're
full of
giving
crap.
like slightly cooked
You niggas are full
conversations.
of crap.
Fam, I went in on Crisis. You know what I mean? You gotta come correct now.
Nah,
Nah,
Critic,
just play,
shut
man.
the fuck up, man. There's nothing like that. So, Ministry of Religious Affairs. Since we're on ministries and shit, you had you tweeted something. Religious Affairs. You tweeted something.
Yeah, I did.
You tweeted something that actually went viral. Ish.
Crazy.
A lot of people.
Viral for Twitter.
There you go.
What's viral? When does something become viral?
Viral for Twitter. You know, like
When it's appearing on everyone's timeline.
Nah, that like, is there a number for viral?
no
Like 100, 200, like retweets.
on Twitter.
When
Yeah.
you get to 100, then you're getting there.
I think you're getting
Yeah,
there.
you're scratching.
Damn, I've been viral for a minute.
You getting there.
Look at this.
It's about me. Don't you thought it was about you? Nah, me.
So yeah, your tweet was basically bashing.
It wasn't
Objectively
really, it wasn't
bashing.
really, yeah.
Objectively, is there such a thing?
Yeah, let's just go with that, guys. Come on.
Is this how you survive? I'm not a hater. I'm an objective basher.
No, but
All right, now you basically scrutinized.
yeah, I said, you know, like there's been corruption cases that came out. You know, the Ministry of Religious Affairs or the Minister of Religious Affairs has said
quite-
nothing. You know, Bread of Life elder showing his junk,
Yo, so that was really like
Nobody
an
said
elder.
shit.
his penis and everything. And keep in mind, she's actually part of that church.
Oh, is she?
She's part of, yeah.
Is she a reverend in that church?
Yes, she's a reverend at that church.
I did not know this shit. Are you serious?
Can we go back and get like? Go back and get the clip where I say the congregation is corny, and play it here?
we might just do that. Insert
Yeah.
clip here.
So I mean, that came out, and I forget what my third thing was.
It was the Yunza thing.
Yeah,
that's
the
what I'm
Uza
saying.
and
Somebody gets called
police
a bitch.
brutality and all of that. Police brutality, and you know, she says nothing. But like, I was like, oh, Zodwa Babantu is not wearing a panty, and she's gonna be like, oh, we can't allow that type of immorality here. So
Fam,
it's like,
who went to Parliament and lifted the middle finger?
Dora.
Dora.
All right. I just want
Yeah.
to keep a mental note.
Yeah,
We'll be back
that
here.
was Dora. So for me, it's like, look, if you're not gonna talk
that,
up,
that was kind of gangster.
Nah, but that's very important.
Yeah.
It's important. Keep the same energy.
yeah, if
I
you're
just
not,
told you a bitch, fam. You know what I mean?
if you're not gonna
you
talk
know what I mean?
about,
You were in the room with your middle fingers up.
Yeah.
Keep the same energy.
Straight.
There you go.
You were about to say something.
if you're not gonna talk about the real issues,
Yeah.
like corruption that's real. You know what I mean? Somebody got fired for that. Your president, your boss fired somebody because of that. And then you don't say anything about it. You know, your church member, you know, exposes his things on social media. You say nothing about it.
Very
you know?
so selective
somebody
judgment.
died. You know,
Yeah.
you don't speak out against police brutality, but like somebody comes here and talks about, it's like, oh, she wants to perform and she doesn't wear underwear, and you have a problem with that.
Nasty C almost didn't
The
perform
thing,
here
yeah,
because of her.
the other thing was what?
What?
Yeah.
The other
Nasty
thing.
C.
What?
They almost did. They did like that Castlelight thing. He almost got deported. Like, not deported, but just sent back.
They tried to mess with my back?
Yeah, they held him at the
personal.
airport for a while before they could release him. They had to say that he wasn't performing just for them to let him through. That's how deep it was.
Why?
Because your
'Cause
minister,
morality?
yes, your minister of religious affairs was just on a roll at that
Probably
point.
while
At
sipping
that
on a
time,
Castle Light
because
too.
you remember that was also
Probably
bro.
while sipping on a damn Castle Light too, a cold one.
there you go.
Yeah, with the blue water.
Yeah,
You know,
shout out Castle Light.
Nigga plugging your shit, man. We charging this man.
We're charging him. No, like you remember she was also all about just like, yo, we can't allow sex dolls.
Yeah,
She
sex dolls.
actually
Yeah,
talked
She
about that.
was sex dolls.
and
Yeah.
dildos.
And dildos.
And dildos.
Ma'am, listen, I have one real nigga question for you.
Oh, really? Are you about to ask that question?
Why do you know all these things if you're such a church person?
We're in the age of information, bro.
Hey fam, then
with
if you are only close enough in the age of information to be illiterate. That's it.
Whoa.
If you know what those things are, you have read up on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know that I'm not walking around here with dildos in my pocket. That's
One-
a very private thing.
One must know the enemy before they can fight him.
Who's the enemy? Sexual pleasure?
The
If
sex
that's
dolls,
the
bro.
enemy, then I get you now. I see where you mad all the time.
Word to your podcast, she doesn't like to breathe, maybe.
Yeah, I can tell. She doesn't breathe much.
Y'all need to listen to episode, what, 11?
Kind of stifled, if you ask me.
That should have you cracking up. That was genius.
I'm kind of cool.
Yeah, you try sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, that religion, that Ministry of Religious Affairs, for me, number one, it was to blind ignorant Zambians. I'll say it. Forget about it. Blind ignorant Zambians, because it's like when you heard that, you were like, oh, Ministry of Christian Affairs. That's what was in your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like you don't realize it's like if it's Ministry of Religious Affairs, then she should be at a Muslim temple. You know what I mean? At
you
the
should
mosque.
represent all
she should
the
be at
religions.
yeah. So
All the religions must be represented.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
so
that's what I
if-
said.
if
We need to drop this Christian nation thing. It's getting in the way of a lot of things.
Like what?
Like
strip clubs?
just simple what?
Strip clubs?
No,
Hell yeah.
You think
For
the Ministry
one.
of Religious Affairs is stopping that?
Yeah. If
There
you
was
came up
no
with that shit-
Ministry of Religious Affairs even before this.
So what's stopping? Oh, this is the Christian nation.
No,
thing.
keep in mind.
It's a mental thing, man.
It's the Christian nation thing, and it's also the holier than thou thing.
Yo, when is the National Day of Prayer and Fasting? 18th?
20 something.
18th.
It's the 18th.
It's eerily close to Halloween. That's just me. It's eerily close to Halloween.
Conspiracy theory critic.
It's eerily like no, I can see you guys. I see what move you guys pulled.
I did
Trying
say.
to steal Jason's shine.
Oh wow! I did say like that ministry is just it's a scam.
It's useless, man. It's a sham.
Like what are we doing?
What have they done?
We have the person leading it that is biased towards one religion.
Yeah.
And Christianity in itself, you see the
bias.
division that's just there among Christianity, like Christians, denominations and stuff. This group of people say the way those people worship is not the right
trash,
way.
yeah.
These people are trash. That's wrong. That's wrong. So she's probably already dealing with that within Christianity. How is she gonna deal with that with the rest?
Look, the
It's
like we
not
said,
gonna
it's
work.
like, look, the religion itself, and it's maybe let's not even trash too much the person who runs it, but like, who created it? For what reason? What was the purpose?
It was President Ngalungu, right?
Yes. What was the purpose for the Ministry of Religious Affairs?
Your
For
president
what?
is a Christian. He's a staunch Christian.
Yeah.
You've seen him in church a
No,
lot.
where? Where does he worship?
I don't know. But we've seen him in church, right?
I don't be looking.
He's Catholic? Is he Catholic?
I don't be following him like that.
Nobody knows. But like, it's like, I'll tell you this. It's just like, do you know where church goes? Everybody knows. This goes to Seventh Day, right there at the traffic lights.
Which traffic lights?
The traffic lights at Kamala. That's his church. That's where he goes. You know what I mean? Kenneth Kaunda, Grey Zulu was UCZ. Y'all know that.
Yeah, because they're
Kenneth Kaunda was UCZ. Y'all know that.
Walk after talking the talk, fam. Yeah. If
But
you're
like-
gonna say that, walk the walk after talking the talk. Let's see you in church.
I'm
We don't
just
see
saying.
none of y'all in church.
I'm just saying. You know, put 2 and 2 together.
And then you
All
just
right.
come out and put out statements like, the reason like you guys are not making money is because you ain't going to church. You know what I mean? We don't see none of you in church. You know why we don't see you in church? Because you're making money.
There you go.
You don't want to share that type. Hit me up.
I mean, they're not
That's the
even
critic.
sharing the tag.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Are they supposed
think
to?
about it. Think about it. Think about it. It's like wherever, you know, probably the president's tithe goes.
That's crazy, yeah.
Oh, damn. Yo,
We would have known about that church.
what's
that
that? Is
pastor
it-
would have been in
is
a
it 10%?
scandal at
That's
some
supposed to
point.
be
10%. 10% of whatever it is that you earn. So it's like, if it's going somewhere, we would have seen like a double 3-story building just from his tithe alone, bro.
I think we have seen those things.
Yeah, who owns them though?
But like, it's like our president doesn't really have like a church. Maybe he's like, all churches are my churches.
Yeah,
And I
he's
am
a man of the people.
Man of the
But we
people.
don't know that for a fact.
Not above, but equal.
That's we don't know that for a fact because the pictures I've seen seem to be taken from the same church. You know, when he's kneeling and stuff.
Oh?
When he's on his knees.
I don't believe you.
So anyway, away from the government, Slap D shot his video in Brooklyn.
When you said Slap D shot.
Whoa, shot his video in
The realest.
Brooklyn. The realest.
The realest.
From the Black No White 2. How you feel about that?
I saw a clip of that.
We all
Is
did.
there the full video? The full video is not
think
out
the
yet, right?
video's out. Yeah, no.
Dope video.
You know, like I was thinking about that whole thing.
Did you see it before everybody else?
The clip I saw looked dope.
Yeah, the clip.
You know, that's been our dream, all of us rappers, to go and rap on that street in Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
You know what I mean? So shout out to you. You made it there.
Brooklyn.
That's as far as I'll go.
We're Brooklyn.
That's as far as I'll go.
Yeah, look, I'll give my 2 cents on this. I want to get to a point in as far as Zambian music and Zambian hip hop is concerned, where I'm not easily impressed. Yeah, you gave us the Pato ranking thing. Good, keep it pushing. Keep the same energy. Boom, video in Brooklyn, nice. Keep it going. I don't want to pat you on the back too much, and make you relax.
Nigga a hater. I get it now.
No. I don't want to pat you on the back too much and make you relax. You know, I want to be. You know, like how you used to pass number 22,
It was cool.
and you know, all of a sudden your dad is like, you're getting up in the end, you get grade 5, you can't be pulling number 22s, and then it's like, oh, grade 6, work hard, and then it's like you bring home like a number 7, and then you even know it's like obviously on the inside it's like, yes, it's like, no, but you need to get to like maybe number 1 or number 2,
Man,
you know.
African parents are trash. I just want to say that.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
for that, it's like he's proud. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like, oh, I want you to be here. It's like, I don't want to be too easily impressed now.
Why do they want that for their kids?
Slap D, with as long as he's been in the game, all right, yeah, he should be doing a song with Patoranking. You know what I mean? Yeah, he should be doing a song in Brooklyn.
Straight.
You know what I mean? Next thing I want to hear is he doesn't even have to jump on a song with the biggest artists out there. It's like he could go jump on a song with Skepta and them. You know what I mean? It's just like, yo, just
Those are big artists, though.
those are big artists, you know, but like they're not like A-list. It's not a Drake. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you could show up and probably be wearing the same shoes from the same. You know what I mean? It's just like it's from the same store at this point in his career. So I like it. Keep the same energy. Keep it moving. Don't want to be like, yo, we're all right. You know, I don't expect my daughter to be clapping for me because I bought bread.
That's their job.
You know, that's the job. So
So don't be-
keep doing your thing.
So don't be congratulated for something that you expected to be doing.
Yeah, I'll give you a
goes
pound.
without saying.
And it's just like, I won't congratulate you. I'll give you a pound and say keep the same energy. You know what I mean? Keep it moving. Shout out.
You're doing the shout out to him. He did
Yeah,
the damn
you
thing.
did
None-
the damn
none
thing.
of
Do
us-
it.
I don't know if anybody else has been to that street in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to him. He did
Where
that.
did Chandan Bao shoot his video? The one in
South Africa.
no, not the one with Les.
You know the weirdest thing is I've never seen a single video by him. I think
Oh,
the
for
the
real?
one with Les was the first one I saw.
Oh.
Yeah, but that's also because I don't watch TV and stuff. You know.
No
what I
one
mean?
Yeah, I
TV,
got
bro.
mad.
You
Somebody
watch it
got
online?
mad at me because I said that.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
man.
What'd you say?
I said I don't watch Zambian TV, so I don't know if I've seen his video.
But that's
I mean, like,
bullshit
probably
because
the
you
way
have
you say
YouTube
it.
on your phone.
Yeah, but like
You don't go
I
looking
don't,
out for it.
I don't watch.
Because the reason for me, the reason I'm comfortable saying that is because the manner in which these people push the manner in which artists push music towards us is in the TV perspective. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, watch this channel at this time. I'm not, no. Tell me to go to YouTube and check out your damn thing. You know what I mean? Which I did. You know,
After they dropped the
Yeah, I
links.
don't watch TV. I don't watch TV.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never, you know me. This guy has never found me watching TV at all.
Yeah, never.
Never.
Yeah.
I don't. I haven't watched TV for the last 8 years, man.
Damn, bro.
So it's cool.
I watch CNN and BBC, and somebody was in their feelings about that though.
Nah. You be watching Love and Hip Hop and shit. Fuck
Yeah,
out
I've
of
been
here.
watching Love and Hip Hop. Get out of here.
They
It's
don't
like-
show Love and Hip Hop on CNN, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They show it on MTV Base and BET, and they scrap.
What's going on here?
Okay,
Have you ever seen Lil Scrappy in a scrap?
the irony?
Didn't he go to jail for that?
He did.
For scrap?
What scrap?
Scrappy trash. Get the fuck out of
So
here.
Scrappy, why are you in here?
Yeah.
Scrap.
Got in a scrap, man.
Damn, man.
Yo, you true to his name. At least he
Wow.
keeps it real.
What are we on? What are we talking about?
We're talking about Slap.
All right.
Slap, the realest video.
I wanted to skip to something. Are you done?
Oh,
with
sure.
Yeah, well,
I wanted to trash the guy who's suing everybody.
You wanted to
I
trash
hear
who?
recently. Yeah,
Who's suing?
He's got his coming.
Who's suing?
The guy, the wow guy.
Oh, he's
Simon
suing?
Muewa Lane.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's suing Simon.
the guy in the video is suing him?
No.
No. I hear like he's suing someone for saying something
There's some
about him.
Facebook. There's
a
some
beef.
Facebook beef.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a guy. I follow him. Like we're friends on Facebook. It's called Simon something. He's
Someone
one of
will.
these big
Yeah,
guys.
I know.
No. He's also
Low
a
budget
Simon.
Martin Luther.
Oh.
Yeah, he's also
I
a
know.
Simon.
Wow.
Low
don't-
budget Martin Luther. Let's call it what it is. Man.
He's also
We all
a
didn't
Simon.
have that dream.
Oh, wow.
So the thing is, this Simon guy, he's a young guy. This is a very young guy. He's said something, I think, about
About the wall. Was it the wall? What did he say about the wall? I haven't heard
no,
the
like I
details
think he
of
just
the wall.
no. He said the young guy, the young Simon,
Yeah.
was talking about the big Simon, and I think he actually tagged him, and he said it's like
If you told me they were playing Simon Says,
no, like
I'll be really impressed.
no, but I think he said it's like something like, Lord, may I not be. May help me not be an attention seeker when I
Like
get to
this
the
guy.
age of.
Yeah.
So-
He's swinging for that?
No, he's not suing him for that. I think after that there was like inboxes and then back and forth. So you know,
So Big
disrespectful
Simon
stuff.
is pissed off with Small
Yeah,
Simon.
yeah,
Top
yeah.
Simon.
Big Simon is
Top Simon and bottom Simon.
That sounds gay.
Yeah.
no. So yeah,
Fuck you,
I mean,
critic.
What's up, fam? I thought you guys
Let's
were...
go with Big Simon and Small Simon. Thank you very much.
You're now more comfortable with Big Simon and Small Simon?
That's just that's the narrative.
It sounds
we're going with.
okay.
Yeah,
that sounds okay.
Yeah,
You were cool with that?
Yeah.
Big and small?
yeah. I know what you're alluding to, but we're not gonna
All right.
get into
so,
the
so,
undertones
yeah,
of that.
So big. I think there was a back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an inbox or
Yeah.
phones,
It was a back
phone
and
calls, and then Big
This nigga just
Simon
won't stop.
sent him a message. I don't know if it's the following day saying it's like, I'm actually taking legal action against you
For what?
for what he said. Like he said some disrespectful things. I think
Oh, so it's
like insults and whatever.
It's a
on
libel and
social
slander
media.
case.
So
Yeah,
so
type of-
Simon, I know he recently won a case in
Yes.
court because someone said, you know, somebody called him out like, yo, you say you're an advocate for keeping Lusaka City clean, but you haven't engaged. I've never seen you take part in any Keep Zambia Clean campaign.
And it was
he sued that person, and he won.
And it was actually not
So-
the crazy thing is it's like it was an actual event on the actual day. It's like I didn't see you there. Like he chromes, you were there, right?
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, I didn't see you.
Yeah, I
You
saw
know,
the mayor
I
and
saw the
everyone else,
mayor
but I didn't
and
see
everything,
you.
but I didn't see you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
So
not
you're not an
comfortable talking about this
advocate
nigga anymore.
What?
You might get sued.
Cause I'm trying to get sued. I changed my mind. Whose
you
topic
said-
was that? Nah, man. Fuck that nigga. Listen. Listen, here's the thing I don't like about the entire WoW thing. Okay? And I'm going to say it.
Why are you calling it a wow thing?
Because that's what it has become. It's a WoW. Isn't that the joke?
Is that what the guy was pissed off about?
No. This is me.
Oh, this is something
This
else.
is me.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So the wow is basically, just to give some context.
The WoW is this. There's a video of a man on the street.
Yeah.
And he's being asked about his pronunciation of OWL. And he says, wow. And they ask him again. And he says, whoa.
Yeah.
Right? And it became a thing.
Yeah.
Right? I used it. Human Man Show. We used it. It was cool. You know?
Yeah.
And then I sat down and I thought, man, am I really, really, really laughing at that guy for not knowing how to pronounce the word ow? Really? Because that's kind of dickish of me. Me.
Oh, not him, but you.
Nah, wait. That's kind of dickish of me. But then I look like, man, who brought this about? So, now when I look at him, the man with the accent, right? And his entire gimmick is laughing at his fellow countryman for his inability to pronounce his, what's the word they colonizer's language. I find it kind of trash. I find it very trash. Especially someone as big as he is. It brings me back to the Peterson situation. Anyone can crack that joke, but you're a grown up. Do you get what I'm saying? I can say bums. I'm Krytic. People love me saying bums. I think some people want me to say bums. You know what I mean? But you, sir, no, sir.
So wait, so certain jokes are not funny when you're at a certain age.
Nah, man. Especially that one. Like especially with what's going on in our country right now. You know? Especially with what's going. Context is everything. It's like the police brutality meme thing.
Pictures.
The pictures. Now's not the time, man. And do you remember what was going on at that time? We were talking about Avic.
Yeah.
That's what was going on at that when WoW broke. We were talking about Avic and all these things and Chinese and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you come along. I found that joke in bad taste. I find it in bad taste.
So you laughed first.
No. It actually started a beef between my mom and I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've got a family group. And she posted it in there. And I don't know, maybe I was just having a bad day, fam. You know what I mean? And she posted it, and then everybody's, ah! And I was like, I see how this is funny, but I also see how this is not funny. You know, especially because of the timing of the joke, fam.
Yeah.
Why are we laughing? Why? Why don't we laugh at white people for inability to pronounce our names? They butcher them all the damn time.
But we're not white, so we don't know what that's like.
Yeah, but we're, you know what I mean, like amongst ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know if white people trash each other for that. It's like, oh, that's
Yeah,
not
but
cliché. That's
no, look at this.
No, we don't know if
Yeah,
they do
but
that.
you see, it's
Know
because
what
of a misinformation, right? And the man who you're also laughing at is because of a misinformation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a misinformation either way.
You know, like
But I think, I don't know.
You're
if
gonna
it's-
give it. You're gonna
I
let
don't know
him
if it's
get
that
away
serious,
with it.
honestly.
And that's the thing.
I don't think
I
it's
don't
that
think a
serious.
lot of people take
Yeah,
this
because-
serious enough.
Yeah.
because for me,
He's suing people, fam. He's
Yeah,
suing people for
because-
things that he doesn't take that serious. Keep the same energy.
I really like. Do we have all the?
my thing is it's like I don't know if you because he posts these videos.
Yeah,
You see
that's
that,
the
right?
first one I've ever seen.
No. Like he posts these videos. Like
Yeah.
that was not the first one. The first one that I saw on the street like that was when he met a guy and it was like, oh, what I'm the Facebook ni Mark Zuckerberg. It's like one for Mark Zuckerberg. It's like, yeah, land that Mark Zuckerberg. And then the dude was like, Mark Zuckerberg. Something like that. For real.
Yeah.
You know, but like the thing is, it's like, he does these videos on a regular basis. I don't know if it's almost daily, of where he talks about pronunciations of words, and they're short clips, probably 2-3 minutes. It's like, you don't say it like this. You say it like this. You don't say it like this.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like why doesn't he actually?
It was actually gonna be a segment on television. That's what I heard.
But he will be talking about pronunciations.
Yeah, pronunciations. Like it's gonna be a short clip.
What show was that? As in what TV? What's TV station where they have
I'm
got
not
pronunciations
sure.
on point?
I'm not.
No, keep the same energy. What?
No, I'm not
What
sure.
show?
I'm not sure which. It's like he's going to have a show. Like what he does on Facebook is going to be taken and it'll be made into a TV show for Diamond TV. I'm not sure.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
And wow.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's like for me, I think it's like because I've seen all of this. I've seen him a couple of times, and he's always with the street guys because it's Simonson Building. You know that, right?
He's the son of the owner.
Yeah.
The one that made it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So for me, I look at that and I really don't take it that seriously. I also didn't take it that seriously.
Yeah. I didn't take that seriously, but I do get where Critic's coming from.
Yeah,
It's like there's sort of
Now's not the time for those jokes.
Here's the thing. It's like it's sort of like those memes that go up on social media where it's like Mwana child. It's like the Mwana is a dirty black kid, and then child is a white kid smiling
those
and shit.
Those are stupid. I don't like those.
I put them in the same category.
Sort of in the thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's sort of in the same line.
I get how accents are funny. That's what Trevor Noah made it of. Accents.
Yeah.
And I get it. Trevor Noah didn't offend nobody. Do you think how do you think the Wow guy feels about that video?
They did a follow-up video of that.
And he came on
and he actually pronounced the word properly.
And he pronounced it owl.
Nocturnal bird. Went on to say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was a follow-up video. It didn't go as viral as the first one. Because the second one is like he's actually saying the word properly.
He's doing real work.
And people are just like, we just liked the original version.
But
you see what happens when you do that?
Yeah, but like for me, it's the crazy things like where like Trevor Noah said. It's like, how is it sexy when Verena is talking like this, and I was like, yo, he can't speak English to save his life. And then when I come through with my accent or whatever it is, or when a Zambian or South African dude, it's like got like a thick accent, like we laugh at that. It's like I don't get it. I don't know why it's like that.
Yeah.
And it's not just a Zambian thing.
No, it's an African thing.
It's an African thing. It's
just in case you want to sue the wife.
Yeah.
It is what it is. For real.
Hey, man, this is the longest episode we've ever done.
For real?
Yeah, man.
Dope. How long have we been on?
God damn, 2 hours and 17 minutes at this point.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
God damn, guys.
So, like, you're done? Can I go? Can I go now?
We have no use for you anymore.
I've played all the Candy Crush. You wanted to ask me about my rebrand.
Yeah. Get into that before we wrap it up. Pause.
It's not a rebrand, fam.
What is it?
It's just like I'm chilling.
Because Krytic had this thing where he stopped drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
And he had this, campaign where it's like, yo, I'm cutting down on the amount of drinks.
Yeah.
And then I'm slowly going to, from 2 drinks, it's going to be 1, from 1 to nothing.
To nothing, yeah.
Same went for cigarettes. I know you don't smoke anymore.
I smoke.
You're back to
Occasionally,
smoking?
yeah.
Okay.
Listen, man, you were there, right? When I've been saying that a lot today. You were there when I.
I'm always there.
Yeah, what I said. Yeah, crumbs be like in niggas' houses, man. What I said was like, for me, it's a me thing. I ain't asked nobody to follow me down this path. 2, it was an economical reason. You know what I mean? Like if I was spending too much money on alcohol, that's the reason I've stopped. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna find out very soon that my alcohol is gonna be paid for. You know what I mean? That's why I'm back. I'm
you dropped a lot of hints already during the podcast.
Yeah, you're gonna. I just like contractually speaking, I cannot.
Yeah.
But you're gonna find out some things very soon, and yeah, man, like.
And I'm gonna be in your house even.
He's gonna be in my house some more. I don't see how this works out for me.
You can't get rid of me, bro.
We all gonna be at Critic's house because it's like we're gonna be neighbors now.
Oh shit!
We're gonna be neighbors.
He's coming into the neighborhood.
I'm moving out, actually. No, for real though.
No, for real, he is.
I am moving out. Rubbish.
No, he is moving out.
Yeah, no. So like, I figured like, on social media, man, I've noticed like, and I guess this is a good way to wrap up if we're gonna wrap up. You know what I mean? Like, I figure, man, there's a lot of people hurting. You know, there's a lot of people who are pissed off for no reason. You know, and I know that because I used to be one of those people. You know, that's why I can like talk about niggas now, and it's cool. Like, they get it. They know me. You know what I mean? Like,
you're in a interesting space.
I'm chilling, bro. Like, I ain't mad at nobody. Let everybody do what they're doing and do your thing. And that's, for me, like, if you're gonna have a rebrand or whatever, because it's looking like a rebrand. Somebody asked me yesterday, "Yo, man, you rebranding?" I was like, I'm I'm moving different. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing different things, and they seem to be working out.
Yeah.
I'm not like, there was no point at which I was like, yo, man, it's a rebrand. No more, you know what I mean? I was just like, step by step, slowly. And for me, that's more about self-discovery than releasing an album. You know? The rebrand, quote unquote, made me make the album that I made. You know, and it all comes together in a sort of weird-ass way, you know? So it's not really a rebrand. I don't know, man. I'm chilling. I don't give a shit, man. Like, for real. Like, I don't care about people's opinions that much anymore.
Every time an artist has ever just gotten to a point where they don't give a fuck, that's when they make the best
like
shit.
Dope stuff, yeah.
Like when J. Cole made Born Sinner. It was like, fuck you niggas, I'm doing my
make
own
what I want to
shit.
make, man.
There you go.
This is who I am
man.
now.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, man. So we're up in your house. We're up in your fridge.
I'm up in your house. I'm here right now. I'm here.
That's
right
how it
now.
starts, man.
But like, and also like, mad shout out to all the people pushing the podcast.
Yeah, shout out to Bugsy the Kid.
Shout out to Bugsy the Kid. Shout out to everybody. Listen. Shout out to you for listening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this is cool. It's not new. I mean, it's not old.
Yeah.
This is a new thing we're doing. This is worldwide. This is happening at the same time. This is one of those, few times that Joe Budden just got like a bunch of money to do one of those things. And it set precedence. Yeah. So, man, thanks for supporting. Finally, we can get like trash media out of the way.
Straight.
Because that's why we're doing these
it's
shows.
The purge, bro. This is the purge.
We're trying to give you guys quality for your money. You know what I mean? Even for your time, just. You know, most of us started off this podcast thing like we weren't charging nobody.
Straight.
You know what I mean? Like, you guys don't be charging me.
It's free.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm just Hey, don't worry, man.
Yeah, but like,
I have a bag in the works.
Whoa!
Won't say much.
There's
man.
a bag coming?
Might be a bag.
Let's get the bag, man. That's my thing, man. Like, I believe the youth should get into a place of influence and actual power.
Yeah.
Actual power. Don't just tell me you're gonna give me Pampers for my kid. Give me the infrastructure to get the money to get the Pampers for my kid. So that being said, this is pretty dope, man. I'm honored to have been on your show. This is what episode?
Appreciate you. This is episode 5.
Episode 5 only, man.
Episode
Fuck Wappy
5
for the thing. You know what I mean?
Big shout out to Lord Wappy, man. You the man.
Hey, man.
You ain't the man. You ain't the man. You ain't never drinking what I'll be drinking.
Wow. Critic just mad because he looks like a monkey.
He made me look like a monkey, fam.
You're swinging.
I'm swinging.
Oh, pause. All right, make sure you check out the Human Man Show.
I
Available.
might be recording as soon as you guys get out the booth.
Straight. Buzzsprout. That's where you can find the Human Man Show.
Follow me on social media. That is at Krytic is Music. KryticIsMusic. I post up links every so often. Yeah. You know? And my page is lit. And it's a rebrand.
Oh, now you're calling it a rebrand. Yo, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We've had the host of the Human Man Show, Krytic.
Man.
Yeah,
subscribe to his
guys,
podcast on
Fanatic,
Buzzsprout.
you've been mad cool, man. I thought like you're doing like the push-up emojis for 4 days. Man.
I know, right? He been ready.
I've been ready,
He been
bro.
ready, bro.
Yeah, like,
I've been ready.
this was lit. Do you think we're gonna get in trouble?
Do you care?
No, not necessarily. But it's gonna be good for like, I think like, people should start discussing it.
Yeah, we're having meaningful conversations, and it's all objective. We're just not trashing people.
Yeah.
All right.
So subscribe to the podcast. You can find it on SoundCloud. You can find it on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Where else can we find us? YouTube. You can find us on YouTube as well. So we're worldwide.
Check it out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
Next
So
level stuff.
subscribe to the podcast. It's been Raw Conversations with Chromes and Fanatic featuring Krytic, the host of the Human Man Show.